This week on Face Off Hockey Show, boy howdy, we got some stuff to talk to you about. Seattle, they threw their stuff in the ring. How about that? It's kind of weird and crazy and kinky all at once. The Olympics are happening, and no one's happy. Everyone hates it. All that plus our Patreon pick. It's Face Off Hockey Show. It's coming up right now.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Choose your command. You have chosen
the Face Off Hockey Show.
I mean, hockey is my life. I've got on hockey underwear right now.
Face Off Hockey Show. What? With Scotty Waz. Sean O.
And a breakaway. Takes two things. There we go.
And the P-Boys, Johnny and Mark with the C.
Yeah, baby.
You believe it not? Oh, yes!
Here's your host for the Face Off Hockey Show, Scotty Waz.
Hey, everybody. That's right. I'm here. Welcome to another edition of the Face Off Hockey Show. Happy Valentine's Day show. If only we could have gotten PR Laura on here to talk about Eric Lindros's Pee Wee bullshit.
The Valentine's Day show.
That was an odd show. I'm not gonna lie to you. That show. I remember because I was still doing it by the phone. I remember I was out in my car out in front of my house because I was still doing it.
I'm
on
pretty
a cell
certain
phone.
that show is on YouTube.
Yes, I'm very sure it is actually. Yeah, I'm actually really sure that is on there. So if you check YouTube,
That was
you can
when
find
Sean
the
was
Valentine's Day
actually
show.
using a video camera, taking the video off of the video camera, encoding it onto the computer, and then uploading it to YouTube. And he used us as a guinea pig. On all of that.
Archaic Google Hangouts. Archaic Google Hangouts.
Right. Except that you only had one camera.
Yeah, exactly. Johnny P's there. Mark with a C is here. And boy howdy, we got some tings and some stuff. Weird. In any case, Johnny, what's up with you?
Nothing. It's week 2 of not working. Yeah.
This is the final week, yes?
Yep, final countdown. I have to go back to work on Monday.
That's
But I went and did the drug test and all of that. Taken care of. I'm not on drugs.
well,
I mean, not ones that aren't prescribed to me. And I did some cleaning of the basement, threw a bunch of stuff out. I would like to let you both know that the Sony monitor is trashed. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that is so sad.
Yep, it's gone.
How long did that last?
Forever, I guess. I don't know. It stopped working a while ago, but then it's been in my basement. But now it's at the Anne Arundel County dump.
Breaking news, or actually breaking question. Was that the show? Also, this is from our boy Jaywalk. He asked if that show, the Valentine's Day show, was also the Take from Behind debate show.
I believe it was. I believe that was the Eric Lindros and the two take. What was it? I forgot the
To taking and to take.
Yeah,
Wait,
and
to
that was-
take. Wait,
Yeah, to take or taking. Yes, and also wasn't that the Yo Dog You Don't Know Me show?
I'm the best goalie in the world, dog.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
So yes, the consensus is that is the same show. Man, we got a lot of mileage out of that show.
that was a great show.
How long has it been since we've had a show on Valentine's Day? I mean, that might have been the last Face Off Hockey show on Valentine's Day.
We can definitely go back and check, because Wikipedia never lies.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's. I'm sure there's been. It might not have been actually. Now that you say that.
Uh-oh. Let's see. I ate Jimmy. Last time. Wow. Yeah, no, it probably is because that was probably 2008. And yeah, no, it was a Wednesday. No. Like this doesn't add up because it goes from Saturday to Sunday,
Yep. Leap years,
Thursday
buddy.
to Tuesday,
Oh, that doesn't make sense.
right? But
should
yeah,
go Sunday, Tuesday,
yeah,
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Tuesday. 2009 was a Saturday,
Okay.
so that would have
8 was a
put
leap year. Yes. 8 was a leap year.
right.
12
So that would have been a
and 16
Thursday.
were leap years. Yes.
Thursday, and yep, 12 was a leap year, so that becomes Thursday on the 2013. Now I have to find it. Face Off Hockey. Face Off Hockey Show. February 14.
Do you just want to talk instead? Here.
I
thought you had a lot to say.
He has not. He doesn't seem like it.
He gets camera shy when you put microphones and stuff in front of him.
Yeah, I know. Shame.
He is trying to pull the boom mic closer though. He's got a lot on his mind.
Gotta put that boom down, son. In any case, Johnny, nothing doing for Johnny. Just hanging out.
Nope. Just the Olympics kind of derailed a whole lot of things. I kind of stopped reading when the Olympics started. I've just been watching the Olympics.
Did you watch the game today?
donated the what?
The U.S. men's hockey game today.
Yes, I taped it, recorded it so that I could watch it later.
Okay.
God, that was awful.
Oh, so you did watch it. You just didn't watch it live.
Yeah, I didn't watch it live. I watched it later.
All right. Okay.
It was like watching a glorified college game.
I get
We'll
all
get to
these.
that.
I get all these Google News alerts now about how they 07. Does that add
That
up?
would have been the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, does it? I mean, what would a leap year have skipped a Wednesday? That's the question. I bet it
Because
would have.
2008 was a leap year, right? So that would have
Yes.
put. Yeah, so that would have been a Thursday. Yep, no, that works. That works out. The math works out. Kid loves it. The kid is all up on that.
Oh, now you're gonna cry instead of sing? Okay.
At least there's that pop filter there. So there's a lot of mileage. If you look up All In Broadcasting Face Off, it's got shows from the 7th, 14th, and 21st of February in 2007. So
I think that was
There
also
you
the
go.
show that Laura was like showing off her socks.
probably
Like it was like that was a really weird show.
it's a very bizarre show. Everyone's in the studio, sans me for the
How
21st show. John had a basement. It was great. Fantastic.
Yep.
Might have a basement now. I don't know where he lives anymore.
I don't either.
Probably in PG County, I'm thinking. Which, by the way, Mark, when we do the next Patreon, we'll work around your schedule for that.
Okay.
Because we're gonna do the summer of cold calls.
Oh yeah, that's a good time. That was a good time.
So we'll talk. That's our next Patreon. So we'll talk about what we need your time span, and we'll go from there.
I
I know, right?
might need to tell you what like my in the car time is, and get a headset, and then we can do
2
it in
to
like,
3 a.m. on
Yeah.
Thursdays.
Yeah,
Listen, guys,
exactly.
I got a Saturday night open, but it's not until 2 a.m. What do you say?
Like Brittany has a haircut on like a Tuesday at 2 p.m. So how about that? Is that good? Does that work for you?
We'll find a way. We'll like get like Voltron together. Like we'll find the way. Oh
Dude, what are
man,
you singing?
he doesn't know.
Is that a good song?
No? Okay.
Made him self-conscious. He's not going to win the voice that way. Any case, Mark, obviously, what is in your hands right there
Yep.
is the labor of love and a baby. Probably
This
what's taking
is-
up most of your
This
life.
is cold hard proof that Valentine's Day exists. Okay. Okay, never mind. You know, this Valentine's Day Face Off Hockey Show is way different than the last one.
Yes, it's 11 years later.
There's
And
actually just as much crying, though. Let's be
11
honest.
years. Let's see, 11 years, 4 kids, right? Oh no, Jilly, five kids. There's 5 kids later. You know, there's of the amount of people that were on that original Valentine's Day
Gotcha.
show that
Now
are
I
now
get it. Okay.
unbelievable,
That's amazing.
right?
And 2
Yeah.
divorces.
Yep, 2 divorces. 2 divorces, 5 kids, 3 marriages, 2 marriages.
Thanks,
2
Caesar,
marriages.
and your stupid calendar that made us make leap years.
Wait, no, 3 marriages because Laura didn't get married until
Yeah,
later
3.
that
Laura wasn't married.
Yep.
because it was Laura's, Sean's second, and then Mark's,
So
then Sean's second.
There's been 4 marriages then.
4.
Yeah, mine,
Who's the 4th?
Laura's, was Sean.
Mine was divorce time, brother.
Yeah, but you got married. Oh, but were you married before that show?
Scotty was already married before that. Oh, no, you weren't. Were you?
Yeah, I got married in 2005.
Okay.
Trying to think where the timeline resolves. Yeah, no, we got divorced by then. We were in the midst of divorcing, I'm sure.
Could you imagine the butterfly effect? Had we never had that show, do you think that all of that would have happened afterward? If we
Probably.
never would have had the Yo Dog, I'm the best goalie dog show, Eric
That's true.
Lindros, would anything after that have happened?
Hmm.
Who knows?
I mean, I'd hope so. I'm sure that show didn't change the trajectory of any of our lives.
Yeah, but who knows, right? Who knows? A tiny butterfly flaps its wings.
Mark hasn't gotten a lot of sleep, folks. This is what he's thinking
No.
about now. And I
here's this
mentioned
guy.
the Patreon that we talked about. If you want to join our Patreon and get that secret show, go to patreon.com/faceoffhockeyshow. You could be like Sean or Angela or Mitch or Chris or Ethan or Matthew or Trista or Mark or Damon or Brian. They contributed. Why don't you? Patreon.com/faceoffhockeyshow. Sorry, Mark. Hated to cut you off there.
Yeah.
What
can go
other?
ahead,
I'll hit my stuff up.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I got nothing else. I mean, he's said enough for me.
Exactly. I love his new metal band. He's like a corn cover band. It's amazing.
Yeah. Brown, brown, brown. Get in there. Oh,
Oh, bright
never
lights. Bright lights in the city. All right. So for me, it was Oyo week, baby. Oyo week. Well, every week's really Oyo week, in all honesty. I
I heard you'd like
I got-
some Oyos on your Oyos.
got some Oyos on my Oyos, son. So I got two eBay finds from Oyos. I got a Mark Scheifele Heritage Classic Winnipeg Jets one. And I got the Indy Fuel generic one that they gave away at the Indy Fuel game.
That's nice.
So
I
pretty
like
pretty
those
happy about
giveaway
that.
ones that you keep getting. Those are fantastic. I like
Hell yeah,
those.
man. eBay is such a great bastion for that. Because people get it. It's like, I don't know what to do with it. I'll put it on eBay, see if there's any value to it. There's value to it. Somebody will
To
buy it.
you.
To me. Although I got outbid for the first Indy Fuel one that I got. I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $15 for that muffler.
Yeah, that sounds
so I
dumb.
didn't. So I paid what I thought was right, and then there we go. I got myself an Indy Fuel.
If you stock
And
stuff long enough on eBay, you'll find it for the price that you want it.
I may or may not have eBay alerts for the Oyos. I may have Oyo alerts for Oyo. For
That's fine.
eBay alerts for the Oyos.
I don't
I'm
see
fine
anything
with it. I'm
wrong with
content.
that, actually.
Get it every day. That along with Baltimore Skipjacks, Baltimore Bandits, and Chesapeake Icebreakers.
Yeah, I don't
Just in
see anything
case.
wrong with that.
No, it's fine.
I used to have one for MISL soccer ball
Nice.
because I wanted one of those orange and black soccer balls from the 80s. But
Oh
if you
yeah,
find the
I
ones,
remember that.
if you find the ones that are actually like leather and
Mhm.
still in decent condition, they're like $300 now.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying that for a soccer ball that I'm not going to be able to use.
Have you been to the Baltimore Blast new facilities at all?
No, I haven't. I didn't even know they left the arena. That's
Yeah,
how
they're playing it.
that's how well I'm following them right now.
Yeah, they're playing in lovely Towson. Apparently, it's like half the size. This field is half the size too, because of how like the confines. So they had to cut the field down even more.
What? I thought you had to play with a certain set of dimensions for indoor soccer.
I don't. I think the indoor soccer league's just happy to have teams. I honestly think.
This is so random.
Let me see if I can find arenadigest.com. Shout out to them. They're really great about just arena plans and just articles about arenas. So if you're into that kind of
What about Gilbert Arenas?
yeah, no, especially his well, what's the podcast he does with Mia Khalifa? Anyway, it's fantastic.
He has a podcast? Holy crap.
Yeah, Gilbert Arenas and Mia Khalifa do a podcast together. It's kind of bizarre, being who she is. Tony Donatelli, everybody, is your MASL team midfielder of the week. Congratulations.
Did they change the name of the league again?
MASL, yeah.
Is it? Yep, they changed it. That league has had like 14 different names in like 16 years.
Oh God. All right, so someone did a thing about something, and they said the field was lower or shorter than before. I don't know.
That's so good. Where are they playing? Are they playing in the Towson, like at Towson, or are they playing at an arena near Towson?
Come on, Baltimore Blast. Show me where you play.
Because
Show me where you play, baby.
I can't even think of like indoor soccer venues around that area.
Wait a minute. Yeah, no, the Baltimore Blast are a successful team. It's the SECU Arena.
That's Towson's arena.
Yeah, so they're playing in
That's their
Towson's Arena.
basketball arena.
Yep. Yep.
All right. That's great.
Yeah. They announced that August.
Are they just rolling the carpet out over top of the basketball floor? Like, how does this work? I kind of want to go now just to see.
SECU Arena will be able to seat a little more than 4,000 fans for Blast games. Location, convenient parking, which is included in the game's ticket price.
God, I hope so.
Cheaper concessions, upgraded seating, and sightlines bring fans to a more intimate experience. Field will be considerably smaller than Royal Farms Arena, which will force the Blast to adjust their playing style. The tighter confines make it harder to play and their controlled short passing game.
They're literally playing on a basketball rink or basketball floor.
Yep.
This, like, there's so many things that you could say that are wrong with this, but it'll probably all come down to money. I guarantee you that it's far less rent to rent out this arena than it is to rent out the Baltimore arena.
Yeah, absolutely it is. It's a 3-year deal. And it looks like they could be moving to UMBC after this. I don't know.
Why don't they just do it at all the different colleges? If you can just, I mean, put the floor in the back of somebody's truck and roll it around with you. Just drop it off, roll it out, whatever basketball. Do it at Mount St. Joe. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you need some
they just
basketball.
renovated. They just renovated Cole Fieldhouse. Do it there.
Yeah, do it there.
Give out free beer. You'll have a full stadium every night.
That's not really Baltimore Blast at that point.
It doesn't matter.
It
don't
doesn't
even
matter
care.
where your Blast is.
I mean, Towson isn't Baltimore either.
That's true. So, please tell me, is this? Yes, this is the new arena. So, yeah,
See, Hudson
Kid-
hates the idea.
Hudson loves the idea. So, Johnny, I think this is the field. Here's the field at
Oh my
Towson.
God.
How great is that? How great is that field? Look at it. I love it.
Okay, so it's wider
Yes.
because they only put seats out on 2 of the sides. But oh my God, this is amazing. I kind of want to go.
Why don't you just have it at Myers? Like, honestly.
Myers is a bigger playing surface than that.
Just host it there.
Like, there's barely enough room for the 3-point line.
No, it's not. Oh, it's fantastic. Love it. Go Baltimore Blast.
You have to see how much tickets are now.
It's probably like $6.
I'm gonna wear my Baltimore
Thank you.
Blast jersey. I got a Baltimore Blast jersey.
I know you do. You got that fantastic. Oh, Johnny. Oh, I found it. I found the picture of all pictures. Ladies and gentlemen, this doesn't. I know you don't care. We'll talk about hockey here in a second. Here we go. Here's the playing ideal, and they have the banners on the side that's pent up. Oh, look at all this. Just take this in. The scoreboard's not even centered.
Well, it can't be because the center of the court's on the other. Oh my god!
Look at this. And they
This
got the
literally
banners
looks
over
like-
here too.
This
The
is
banners are
something that
great.
this is something that you would do for like children. This would be like an
Oh,
8 and
Jesus.
under.
Oh, that's definitely intimate.
I gotta
It's
go.
Definitely intimate.
I gotta go now. My God, this
Oh,
is making.
God.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I gotta go to this. Gonna see how much tickets are. Man, I hope they're playing on like Friday night. I'm gonna go on Friday. Actually, I'm going to Heavy Seas on Friday. I can't go on Friday night. Maybe Saturday night. Maybe Saturday night they have a game. I could go before I go back. to work.
General admission tickets for sections 208 and 211 are $19.50.
What? That seems overpriced.
Front row sections 105, 106, 107, $50. So they range from anywhere from $19.50 to $50.
Yeah, I'm not paying $20 to see them play. Sorry, Blast. You priced me out of your game.
You priced me. And they do play Friday. They're at Cedar Rapids. So the next time they play at home is the 24th.
Oh, they have such massive sporting towns such as Cedar Rapids.
Well, they're playing the Florida Tropics on the 24th. So
Probably at like coastal Florida or something.
no,
University.
at Baltimore. They're playing in Baltimore. Oh no, their next home game is the 23rd against the Milwaukee Rave.
Ugh. You know what they should do is they should just do this in multiple like cities in basketball arenas, the same way that the Blast have this set up. And then they could just make all the fields smaller.
Make
And
the
they
whole
could
field
like
out of field.
it could be like a traveling like thing. Like the Blast fans would never know which arena they're playing at next. They'd be
Yeah.
like, this week at Johns Hopkins. Wait, what?
Wait, hold on a minute. What am I doing here? How'd I end up here?
This week we're gonna play at Mount St. Joseph. They probably actually have more gym space. Let's be honest.
They probably do. All right, so that was my week. Oyos and found out the Baltimore Blast play in a really small town.
Well, not in a small town. I mean, Towson's a
Well,
pretty big town.
That's true. Small arena. That's what I
Small
meant.
arena. Oh. Well, you should do that actually.
Mhm.
Let's take one of your Oyo rinks
Okay.
and give me the
see.
dimensions of one of your Oyo rinks, and then I'll go to like Lego and I'll make a outer bank where one side's all banked where it looks like seats, one side's all banked that looks like seats, and then 2 rows of seats on either side, and then we can drop banners on the side, one side for your Oyo rink, and we
That'd
can
be
build
great.
like an arena around it.
Guys, we figured this whole thing out. No need to worry. We did
It's
it.
amazing, actually.
We did it. Oh, Jesus. Indeed.
I feel like that
The
wouldn't be very
Baltimore
hard to make either.
No, probably not. Anywho. Let's get to
Wow.
some news and some information. We had some fun with the Baltimore Blast. There's your indoor soccer update.
Where's,
For all you wanted to know.
Where's who was the monk and the Mick? Where are they?
Oh, God. That'd be great if we could find them somewhere.
I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, what condition my condition was in.
You can't even buy regular jerseys anymore. You have to buy player jerseys now. It's kind of garbage.
You could give me $1,000 to name one player on the Blast, and I guarantee you I could not do that.
And listen,
Like if that was tonight's haha fuck you, like there would be zero chance that anyone gets a player. And I might have played with some of them.
That's the shitty part. Oh god, that's fantastic. And someone at the blast have to realize you have to tilt your camera up and down for people to see it. So I'm not tilting my head to see Tony Donatelli's name on his jersey. Anyway,
Well, I got one player now. Gee.
there you go. Jack Eichel, biggest injury of the week, high ankle sprain after an awkward fall during the Boston game this weekend. 4 to 6 weeks is the diagnosis. If we're playing by the Rick Nash rule, he could be out the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's basically the rest of season.
Yeah. So we'll see
Jeez.
how that goes. Brian Elliott had core muscle surgery. He's out 5 to 6 weeks. Marcus Granlund had ankle surgery. He has no timetable for return on this instance. Mike Smith, lower body injury. He's day-to-day, but aren't we all? Especially with our groins, ladies. Corey Schneider's got a groin injury. He's week to week, while Andre Pavlich strained his MCL. He is done for 2 to 3 weeks.
Lots of goalie injuries this week.
It's usually the beginning of the season, but now we're getting to the nitty gritty, and they're all going down. Joel Ward, Mark's favorite player from 2012, shoulder injury. He's out indefinitely. Joel Munson of the St. Louis Blues, broken forearm. He's going to be out at least 6 weeks.
Wow.
While Jake McCabe of the Buffalo Sabres, thumb surgery. He is out 3 to 4 weeks.
That was because of pregame thumb wars.
Yeah. The Joel Munson, I think he's going to come back like Lex Luger with the plate in his forearm, and it's illegal, and you can't use that. How dare he uses that? The referee should know better. Dustin Brown was suspended 1 game for kneeing and then complained about it, saying, no one knows what things are going on today. He dodged a bullet, like going oops upside the head of some Sharks guy, and now he's complaining and bitching about.
He did need somebody, but it also looked like he was trying to hit somebody. And maybe there needs to be a point where people realize that they should just stop hitting people in open ice unless they have them fully lined up.
Unless you're completely sure you're going to hit him in the chest.
Yeah. Because you miss one way or the other and you're getting suspended, it seems like.
And honestly, if a guy makes a move, your instinct is to trip him. So you stick your leg out there. So who knows?
Yep.
Nobody's going to get that smart. Patreon pick. I had a pick up there, and then when I was doing research, I reset it. So the reset was the two choices were goalie fights and you, and the other choice Brendan Gallagher, PK Subban, and media questioning. The media questioning thing went out. The goalie fights was about the ECHL brawl that had a goalie fight.
I did see that. I saw that.
Quite impressive.
I saw that people were also not happy with the suspensions that were handed down.
No one's ever happy in the ECHL. That's why when I become ECHL commissioner, I'm going to make sure nobody is happy. Not one people, nobody.
You should just make a wheel. Just do the wheel actually. So the wheel of suspension actually gives you better odds because going in that's the way you're being suspended, right? So going in that it's just luck of the draw. Like you could hit somebody over the head with a stick and you get 2 games, or you could trip somebody violently into the boards and get 20. Who knows? But it's the wheel's fault. You can't. It has nothing to do with the penalty that's incurred. Like it has nothing to do with what happened on the ice. You did something that's suspendable, and now you deal with the wheel.
Wheel of morality. Turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn. So Brendan Gallagher, PK Subban, and media questioning. So the Predators were in Montreal this weekend. Again, PK Subban, of course, plays for the Predators. This is 2 years removed from the trade that sent him to Nashville. And Brendan Gallagher and PK Subban got into it on the ice, and then the media decided to keep roasting that fire after the game, talking about Brendan Gallagher and talking to Brendan Gallagher about what PK Subban said, and Brendan Gallagher being none too pleased with the line of questioning, saying, "Why are you talking about him? I want to talk about our team. We kind of have a team we want to talk about here." And then someone asked PK about the comments there, and then he's like, I didn't notice him smiling at all. I noticed him crying I think I noticed his face down crying, something like that. Point is this: are you okay, Johnny, Mark, somebody? Are you okay with the media questioning guys like after it happened, kind of thing? You know, like this has been 3 years away. Do we still have to like? Did people bring up the to Gretzky to the Edmonton Oilers years after he left or got traded from there?
Not that I know of, but LA was, much different time zone, so I wasn't awake. So they're not talking about an incident that occurred 3 years ago, right? Though they're talking about an incident that occurred recently, like in this last game, or no?
This last game,
I'm confused by this whole thing. Okay.
So what happened this last game is that apparently after he scored a goal, all right, we'll get to hear from NHL GIFs or GIFs if you like to be an asshole and pronounce it terribly. So after Brendan Gallagher has scored,
with Junkie Pits.
That's true. So Brendan Gallagher scores. He's going by the flyby line. PK Subban's cheering, and then he just peeks at him and then goes woo, and then away you go. So that was the thing. So that was that there. And then the comments he made afterwards or some shit like that. So Brendan Gallagher was asked 3 times, and he said, "I don't know why you're asking about it. I think he's, they got a lot of good players. I don't know. What was he, -1 in the game? They have a lot of other reasons why we lost tonight. They're a good team, great goalie, a couple guys on the back end, Ekholm, Yossi, and probably the elite players, and a lot of guys up front that can hurt you. It's battling hard." He was talking, doing what he does, but like I said, I don't know why we're talking about him. That's kind of what he wants. He came in here, tried to make it about PK Subban, which is what he does. We're going to focus on our team. We lost the game, try and regroup and go from there. Like I said, I don't know why we're talking about him. That's what he wants. You can let him talk about himself all night. I'm sure he'll give you guys enough lines. I'm not going to help that out. So that was verbatim from Eric Engels of Sportsnet.
Okay.
I wonder. I have a problem with media people asking about it at like 2-3 years after the fact. This isn't like he got traded the day before.
But if they were asking about that incident that occurred on the ice, then that's fine, right? Like, ask about it once. If the person doesn't want to talk about it, you move on. That's kind of what you need to do. But if the line of questioning turned into like, how was PK Subban as a teammate, then that's where that ship has sailed. Sorry, but already gone. Done and dusted. I have a feeling though with PK Subban that it's just it comes out of laziness. It's the same old bullshit drivel that we get all the time, where reporters, writers, etc., just kind of trot out the same story over and over and over again because it gets people to read or listen or watch, even if it had nothing to do with the incident that occurred today. That's part of the reason why Subban got traded, quote unquote, right? So because there's some sort of altercation, then the logical line goes to, PK Subban, bad teammate. Let's talk about him, type of thing. And I'm perfectly fine with the way that Gallagher brought it out. I think that he actually gave them too much information, to be honest. I would have told him to pound sand, and nothing occurred. Next question, type of thing.
But they asked him 3 times too. It's just like you didn't get. You think the third time he's finally be like, all right, here's the thing about PK. Like,
but it still goes back to the same thing. It's like the article was already written.
Mm-hmm.
They just needed somebody to say something to allow them to like print what was going on, pretty much. I mean, it's the same old shit that we always heard about Alexander Semin, and being enigmatic and not wanting to talk to people, and the smallest little thing where he did something that was out of the ordinary. Oh, that's just Alexander Semin. That's what he does. Same old story here, there, this and that, the other thing. But no one actually found out no one actually asked him or like found out what he was doing or why things were wrong or perceived to be wrong. I feel like that's the same as PK Subban. No matter where he goes, Like he could be traded literally to anybody else in the league at this point off of Nashville, and the questions would still occur when he comes back to Montreal.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm worried about the amount of people who actually care about the media scrums anymore, because it's like they don't even listen to the people around. Like you can get a quote from him, and then there's your story. Don't need to ask him 3 fucking times. You lazy ass writers. Tired of it.
Yeah,
Tired of it.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. I think it's desperate, to be perfectly honest.
I can
I feel like a lot of people have realized that like newspaper and such is a dying medium, and I feel like that they're just desperate in order to try to keep a theme running, I guess, keep relevancy, even to the point where they kind of have to force, because I mean, from what it sounds like they forced Gallagher into even saying anything in the first place.
Yep.
Like
Absolutely.
if you have to ask somebody the same question 3 times, they obviously don't want to answer you.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems extremely desperate from my perspective.
Newspaper writers being desperate. Shocking.
I mean, it's no Steve Simmons calling out the Canada mixed doubles team
Yeah.
for not being a good curling team and just getting thrown together and winning the gold medal. You know, not like they have played since they were 8.
Right, exactly. They're just like, hey, let's try this new event. Frauds!
Yeah.
Frauds they've never practiced before in their lives. Frauds.
Curling, let's do that. That looks like an easy sport.
Right. It's not like me and Jen just like, well, curling, and then we represent the U.S. No. I think it had to be properly vetted, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway.
So yeah, those are my
wait,
thoughts. I
I
think
like
Mark's left.
Mark's gone. Mark's gone for the time being. He had daddy duty to do. Here we go, kids. Get your ready crank going to go. What? That wasn't even words. $10 million on the table. The NHL is gladly going to take that from Seattle, as they have formally filed their NHL expansion papers. Put it on the board, ladies and gentlemen. It was led by the Oakville Group and its prospective NHL ownership group, led by David Bonderman, Jerry Bruckheimer. Hey, Jerry Bruckheimer, everybody. He's back, but he's with Seattle instead of Arizona. So there you go. Tim Lewicki, former head of the Maple Leafs, former head of the LA Kings, is the CEO of Oakview Group. So he is ready to go. $10 million.
So is that a deposit?
I think that's in an escrow.
Is that a non-refundable deposit? Like if you're buying
Probably.
like an
I think it. Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, I think it's like a passport like application. And it's non-refundable, and it's all profit for the NHL, I believe. So
Yeah, but when you split that amongst 31 teams, it's really not that much money.
no, it's not really. It's fine. Yeah. So there we go. We have formality of this whole thing. All new team, hefty expansion to 3 of $650 million. So there's that. The start. The group has an aggressive timeline for construction that could have the renovated building open in time for the 2020-2021 season.
In hindsight, that's probably the right time to do things.
I think that's a good time space between them overall. Yeah, so we shall see.
This is good.
This is
30-second team. They'll like the symmetry part of me is really pissed off at this 31 team league right now.
Mm-hmm. And you know what this probably eliminates too? Wild
Carolina.
Card. Yeah. Well, no. I was going to say wild card, but Carolina. Carolina's got a new ownership group, so I think they're fine for now.
It eliminates a wild card?
Yes, everything's a wild card. I think that they'll just do top 4 in each division and not even care about the wild card race anymore. I think top 4 in each division is a lot better than what we've been seeing now, in all honesty, because the Metro and the Central pretty much dominate the wild card. You do a top 4, you have at least 25% chance. Okay, I'm just doing Scott Steiner math at this point. There's something.
You could do that. You could just do the top 4. Isn't that how the wasn't that how the 80s were?
Yeah, I think it was. It was top 4 because one played 4 and 2 played 3.
I mean, still the Capitals still have to get past the Penguins, and Rangers, Flyers, etc. Whoever makes the playoffs in order to get out of the second round. So
yeah, it really doesn't matter on the part of the Caps. So, John Tortorella says the NHL has no place in the Olympics, and he's glad to see it not being there.
I feel like every time John Tortorella opens his mouth, it's really just to hear himself talk.
I liked his idea. He's right.
What was his idea? Because I don't think he's right of not going to the Olympics, but I didn't read. I don't know what his idea was.
He said that. Let me see if I can find the exact quote, because it was hilarious. Because it was only in a way that John Tortorella could say it. Come on, give me NHL. I hate the Scores new update. By the way, Jim Benning re-signed to a multi-year deal as Canucks GM because he's on that.
Good.
After they put out a letter of, hey, they kind of like the Rangers, but not as desperate. The Rangers. Did we talk about the Rangers letter last week? I think we did.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit, I think.
Just how there's like, we're sorry. We're terrible. We're sorry. Don't worry. We're going to talk about Dion Phaneuf getting traded again, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. All right, here we go. John Tortorella says, I'm not for going to the Olympics as far as pro athletes. We have a bunch of money stuffed in our back pockets. You might go over there, play a few days here, but I don't think it's the true meaning of the Olympics. A lot of people disagree with me, but I've always felt that way. It should be all amateur athletes.
Okay. I do understand the sentiment. I understand that it should be all amateur athletes. That's true. It should have also been all amateur athletes for the last 18 years.
Yeah.
I mean, the NHL pretty much did this to themselves. So, and here's what we're really seeing. I'm just going to say it. The women's tournament is far better than the men's tournament in the first day of men's hockey that I watched this morning. I've been watching Switzerland. Their team is good, the women's team. US and Canada play tonight, which I'm sure we'll all go to script that the US will win tonight and then lose in the gold medal game.
Sounds right.
And there was another team. Sweden, I think. Sweden's team is really good too. I mean, it's not as fast, but if I wanted to watch people skate really fast, blow tires, and hit each other all the time, then I would watch the men's game. Because, like I said earlier, the men's game that I watched this morning was effectively a glorified college game. You had Brian Giunta. Cool. Jordan Greenway, I like a lot. That kid's good. Troy Terry is good, but you can he's still young. He doesn't shoot.
Which is a far cry from what he does like in Denver. Troy Terry is he's like LMFAO. It's like shots.
Yeah, the entire game today, all he did was look pass first. And I was like, just shoot the damn puck. It's a 2-on-1.
Right?
No, I want to pass it. Shoot.
Shoot. Stupid.
But yeah, this morning was a terrible hockey game. Like as a hockey game. But I did say it will be entertaining. It'll be entertaining because you never know who's going to win.
It's true.
And
I was watching Monday afternoon, I think it was. It was Switzerland and Japan.
Yeah.
And I told him I was at B Dubs with a friend, and I said it's amazing that it's tied 0-0 after one. So either the women's game has considerably closed the gap between all the nations that are good and bad, and of course, U.S. and Canada will be amongst the elite. And I think that makes things a lot better because they're playing on a national team consistently with each other. Like there's so many more national women's tournaments than there are for men that obviously they have to get better.
Well, I feel like the gap has closed. I feel like it's actually accelerated compared to women's soccer. Women's soccer still has the like 3 to 6 really good like elite national teams, and then the rest of it kind of drops off. But women's hockey this year at the Olympics has been good. Elena Mueller, she's fantastic. I like watching her a lot. I didn't realize Hillary Knight is as big as she is.
Oh yeah, she's like what 5'11".
She is like head and shoulders taller than a bunch of people on the ice. But I feel like the women's sport in general is getting better. On the whole. But yeah, so far to me, and I mean we're only one game in watching the men's tournament because it just started this morning, but it's just not good hockey.
No. Well, I can't say anything. I haven't seen shit.
You could have taken like the best. If you would have just gone with, okay, here's a Slovenian league and the best team in Slovenia and the best team in the United States and the best team in Canada, and like you could have gone that route and had a better tournament.
Probably do like a Champions League almost.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you could have done that and had a far better tournament than what we're going to see out of the men's hockey.
I don't know. I'm willing to give it more than one game. In all honesty.
Well, I mean, the OAR came out with and started 2-0, and then
that was a
showed
crazy
everybody
game of hockey.
And fell apart and lost 3-2.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to watch. I'm saying that I watched more of the hockey game today to see what went wrong than what would go right.
And now you're trying to fix the team, saying and circling the roster and going, all of this needs to be
I'm not
fixed.
trying to fix anything. No. Like I find this great because so the Frozen Four, right? I watched the Frozen Four, but the Frozen Four I find interesting because at any given point somebody could blow a tire and it could be a 3-on-1, and you have no idea when that's going to occur, but it will occur at one time during the game. You just don't know when or how. That the Frozen championship game that I went to in DC was maybe one of the best hockey games I've ever seen in my life. But it really only comes down to the fact that there was like a 2-goal deficit erased in like the last 2 minutes of the game, and then Boston College scored in overtime.
Right.
Like, great hockey game because of the last 3 minutes.
Welcome to college hockey.
It's college hockey. It's exactly what it is. College hockey at its finest. Like, hey, let's close out a game. No, what is that?
What?
I'm going to score more.
Stop with your closing out of games. How dare you? So it's getting weird with Hartford.
Uh-oh.
Hartford, the whale. Obviously with Thomas Dundon, talking about bringing back the culture of the Hartford Whalers, which they have, as Hartford Whalers stuff is on sale at the Carolina Hurricanes team shops. The Connecticut governor has pretty much become the desperate former city that wants their baby back.
I want my baby back, Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right to say so. Danelle P. Malloy, who is the governor of Connecticut, sent a letter to Thomas Dundon, to which The he offered the arena. He offered the team to play a regular season game in the XL Center. He offered the idea of the fact that the Hurricanes would get a great reception and maybe come up and they'll play at UConn's football stadium for an outdoor game.
We'll even give you guys food.
Yeah, exactly. We'll give you guys everything.
I don't see a problem with this.
I see a very big problem with this.
Why?
No. Hartford, no one wants Hartford. Hartford's hanging on way too much. Let Carolina have their team.
But if Carolina,
people...
right? So if Carolina can go to Connecticut and make a shit ton of money. I mean, we're not just talking about money. We're talking about a shitload of money.
Yeah.
To have an outdoor game at Connecticut, you don't think that they would do that?
I'm not saying they're not going to do it. I say they shouldn't do it.
Why? Because it's like sleeping with an ex-girlfriend?
Exactly. It's like if it's like going back to an ex-girlfriend when you're with your girlfriend now. Sure, things might be a little rocky, but you don't want to ruin it. You can always make things better. And he's trying to make things better. He's buying them flowers. He's letting them sit up front. He's doing everything to go to Connecticut. Host a regular season game, fine, whatever. Host an outdoor game, that's a little much.
What if that outdoor game was in preseason?
If that's in preseason, fine. I'm fine with preseason. If you preseason it, I'm fine with preseason. The NHL and because the NHL does put the outdoor games on, they're the ones who give the grant and they pretty much run the show. I don't think they go to Hartford in the fact that unless it was like the New York Rangers wanted to host another game and or wanted to have the Rangers in it and since the
Rangers would be away in another game if they played in
because they
Connecticut.
I was going to say because they can't be a home team because they're leased with Madison Square Garden.
Why wouldn't you put Boston there?
Yeah, Boston would be fine. They've pretty much run out all the other places to go. Go to Connecticut. The hell was I going to say? I was on a train of thought, and then I just got the anyway. No, but I think you don't want to go to Connecticut because you're trying to build this bond up with the Carolina fans that they just committed at least 7 more years to, hopefully more. So you're going to give that specialty game over to the Hurricanes and NC State. Have it at NC State. That stadium is right next to the damn arena. Yeah, why wouldn't you hold it there?
They know they can't have it in North Carolina. It doesn't get cold enough there.
Exactly. No, you're right. LA was a fraud.
It's like Annapolis in March. Who would? Oh, whoops!
Jesus Christ! By the way, still waiting.
There's zero chance we're going to this game,
dude. Still waiting. Like we're still under request. They were supposed to be.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. The last time this occurred, we showed up in Pittsburgh. It was like, "Hi, I want my credentials." Thanks.
Exactly. I mean, I was going to come home anyway, so this doesn't really matter.
There's no chance. It's 2 weeks away.
I know it is. And Jen was like, she's like, it's like 15 days away, right? I'm like, it's fine. This process will play out like it always does. The NHL completely doing what the NHL does. Fucking everybody over.
Well, they have to make sure all the Toronto media doesn't want to go first.
Yeah, so Steve Simmons can rip into the fucking crab cakes. Asshole. I will see him there. I don't care if we're going to the game. I will see Steve Simmons there.
He is a douchebag. Like he plays the douchebag really well.
I don't think he's playing it at all.
No, that's what I mean though. Like he has that bit down. Like if that's his like I'm going to troll people and you're going to click on things because I'm an asshole. Like he plays that to a T.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So I'm going to email tonight and say, listen, we need to know now because if not, we got to go to other avenues to get our stories.
Well, especially if you are, especially since you're part of UND
exactly.
at this point, you need to get a flight.
Yeah. I got a flight. Don't worry.
No.
My flight's good.
Yeah,
I already have a flight. I'm good.
They don't know that.
No, I told them I got a flight, so maybe.
It's on the internet.
Well, I told them I had a flight anyway, so they couldn't cancel it off.
Oh, all right.
You know, just give them that little added pressure. But I got a flight anyway, so it doesn't matter. Coming home. Uncle Scotty's coming home, ladies and gentlemen. Also, speaking of the Annapolis game, and by the way, NHL just doing fabulous promotion on this.
Yeah, just keep going.
Have you seen anything, Johnny? You live 20 minutes away from Annapolis. How much is
Nope.
the hype for WJ? How much is WJZ hyping this up? Wait, no, what's NBC? Is that WMAR now? Yeah, WMAR, channel 2.
No, I think it's WJ. Or is it 2 or no? It's 13.
No, 13 CBS.
The Olympics are on channel 13.
What?
No,
Really?
the Olympics are on channel 11.
Oh, so it's WBAL. That's right. ABC is 33. So it's WBAL. Oh, WBAL. Home of the Orioles, hon. How many Orioles are going to home of the Winners the Stadium Series? Home are going to get out of Annapolis. And who's you're going to play? Maybe have Ryan Flair. Oh, right, Ryan Flaherty not going to be there, and they're going to be there in spring training. So we can't get Manny Machado up there, drop the opening puck.
No.
much,
I've heard more about Orioles spring training than I've heard about this hockey game in Annapolis.
Wow.
There's actually
Wow.
so the Capitals emailed me recently.
Oh, hey, that's nice.
And they told me that there were tickets. They told me there were tickets still available, and they asked me if I wanted to go.
Yeah, no, I've gotten that email
This
too.
game is 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now, an outdoor game is being played 30 minutes from my house.
45
And
with
not a
traffic.
single fucking person knows that this is occurring. Like, I could do a straw poll in the area. Like, if I went to Roy's Quick Corner tomorrow and I asked every single person that walked into Roy's Quick Corner looking to get a crab cake, baseball-sized crab cake, amazing. You should stop there, get some. If I asked every single person that came in to get a crab cake tomorrow at Roy's Quick Corner, if they knew that the Capitals are playing a hockey game in Annapolis, less than 30 minutes from my house, in 2 weeks, I put the over-under at 3.5.
Hey, kids out there, just a message. Don't get married, ever. Big Sam's right.
Wow. You should have talked to Big Stan beforehand.
That was a good ending to my rant, actually. That was the perfect ending to the rant.
All right, we might
Just
have to
bring
put
Lyle
that
in. He's going to die. Come on.
Yeah, we might have to put that counter to 3. Lyle Richardson joins us.
Oh, it's the Patanza special tonight. Wow. With Johnny's justified rant, by the way, about the lack of promo for the outdoor game, and the I'm guessing less than blissful domestic life there. For
Well,
Mark?
how much promotion has the NHL given the outdoor game that's coming up in? I don't want to touch that one with a 15-foot pole. That second.
Well,
part.
we know that Toronto's unveiled their new jerseys for the
Yes,
outdoor.
but have they promoted anything else?
No, no. I had forgotten when
Then
the
how
outdoor.
are we not getting in? How are we not getting in as a goddamn media company? For Christ's sake! No one wants to be at this game. We want to cover this game. You sons of bitches!
Oh my God! They won't let you guys in.
We haven't heard yet. We're still under requested.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Right?
More and more, boy. The NHL is squeezing out the little guys.
And I will say this right now: the person I was in contact with is like, "Well, what is your angle for story? What's your reason for reporting?" I'm like, "Who gives a shit? I want to go. I want to go and cover this game." And I gave her a 3-paragraph thing about what I'm going to do for UND, what I'm going to do for the Face Off Hockey Show, and what I'm going to do for a personal project that I'm doing that's never going to see the light of day.
Ay.
Ugh.
Don't ask to go to the draft.
Oh no, we already got. Jen and I already covered for that.
Oh,
We're working with somebody.
oh, good.
We will be literally working with somebody who might or might not be hosting the event.
Ah,
Go
Okay.
Stars, go! Go Stars, go!
go Stars, go. There you go.
So
Hey.
Lyle, you aforementioned to this. This is on Scotty Screen Share, brought to you by nobody. All white everything. Just white everything. This is this could potentially be the greatest thing because it's going to be sloshy as hell in Annapolis. It's
And-
going to be pretty terrible for those white jerseys.
Appreciate the naval boat that's behind them.
Yes. I
Well,
do.
yeah, the frigate that is behind
that?
them. It's a frigate. It's called a frigate.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
say
yeah,
that sometimes when I'm trying not to cuss.
Yes,
Actually.
exactly. No, but it is. It's known as a frigate, and that's actually the motto of the Navy, Canadian Navy. Ready, I ready. So,
Oh.
ready. Yes, we're ready. Yes, it should say ready ? And then I ready. But there you are.
I was gonna say that kind of doesn't come off right when I thinking about it. But this is blindfolded. This is like the
Ooh.
the Pacific Division jerseys in the All-Star game.
That's like a washout, though. You know,
Yeah.
it was just
Well,
like
Lyle,
wow.
luckily, there's going to be only precipitation in Annapolis in March is going to be rain, so they're going to be fine.
yeah. I mean, for a brief moment when I first saw it, I almost had a view like, okay, I'm seeing the negative of what the actual. It's like, okay, what's the
Yeah.
actual picture? What's the actual color? Because this is the negative. Somebody's put the negative up by mistake. No, that's the actual. Okay.
I hope
You
that at some point they make them wear pennies. Like
I
they have
hope
to
it's-
wear like navy. They have to wear like bright green like soccer pennies because no one can see them on the
I
ice.
know. It's almost like like they're trying to nautical theme. So it's like the Leafs are going for like navy whites. You know that's yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I'm okay with
Yeah, but you know what? This is the one time where I would love to see a rare blizzard in Annapolis, so they'd just be totally washed out. You
that. You
could
still
barely,
have that chance, Lyle.
I'm
no.
praying
Uh-huh.
now. I'm praying.
Right.
It
You
was
know.
33 degrees here on Monday. Tomorrow it will be 61 degrees.
Jeez, good lord.
Actually, hold on.
Oof.
Let me check that. I think it might be high 60s. I think it's supposed to be 71 tomorrow.
So wait a minute. You're going from 1 degree above freezing to
Yeah.
what? Late spring, early
It's
summer.
about 17 degrees. Lyle.
Yeah.
So tomorrow's
That's a hell of
high.
a-
Tomorrow's high is 67.
Nice.
On Monday,
Wow.
it was 33. On Saturday, it's going to be 38 with a chance of snow. On Tuesday, it will be 72 degrees. So tell me what's going on. Like, basically, right now, I'm not even joking. Like, the guy that's putting together the ice for the NHL for this
Ugh.
game, basically, like, calling Gary Bettman daily and just going, fuck you, and hanging up. Because, like,
It's going to be hourly. Are you kidding me, Daily? Stop with that.
I mean, my God, how do you do this? How do you even set up ice in these conditions?
Oh, I know. I mean, yeah, because it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down, it's up, and down. I mean, good lord.
This is
How do
why I'm popping allergy medicine like they're candy right now.
Oh god, I
With,
hear you, bro.
With the amount of tickets that are allegedly being sold, they might as well just play this at McMullen Arena on the campus of Navy.
Yeah, you gotta wonder, do you have a backup plan? Because
Is it me or is that just really desperate that they're just saying, "Hey, good tickets still available"? Like this is a premier event that they're just like, no. we
yeah,
should
and you're
sell out."
saying good tickets still available. I mean, at what point do you realize that the Stadium Series has just run its course and that's the end of it, and it's time to just shut it down?
You do a Winter Classic one a year. You do a Heritage Classic every 3 years. We're good.
And there you go. Because it's overkill. It's lost its, je ne sais quoi. It's lost what made it special. It's not something worth looking forward to now. Stadium. I knew this event was coming up, and I knew that the Leafs and the Caps are involved. But honest to God, I've been so wrapped up in trade deadline and everything else, as it would be this time of year, that I had totally forgot. Oh yeah, that's right. That's coming up in a couple of weeks' time. Yeah, when I saw the whole Ready I Ready thing, oh yeah, that's coming up in 3 weeks' time, and I hadn't heard anything more about it until you guys talked about it tonight.
Isn't March 3rd like literally the worst time to have an event like this anyway? Like
Oh, my
4
Lord,
days
yeah.
after your after the trade deadline occurs?
Absolutely.
Well, remember the last time that this happened was Canucks and Senators in BC Place just
Yeah.
after the whole Luongo thing.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, awkward.
man, they're just knocking it. And to be fair, like, when are you going to hold this? Like, when's a good time to hold it? I think the Heritage Classic was held terribly because of the fact that they held it in November or in October. They held it 2 weeks after the season started.
Was it October? Wasn't October?
It was October 23rd.
Oh, what? What was okay? What? Wait a minute. No, what was the one Montreal and Ottawa did?
That was December.
That was in December. Was
But
that
I'm
a stadium series?
No, that was the NHL 100. That was a centennial.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I got confused. You
But the-
can see how much I'm paying attention to these
Oh,
goddamn
I
stadium
would have put this
series.
game in like February 3rd.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Why not early February?
Because that's too close after the All-Star break.
Well, who gives a crap?
The NHL does, sir.
Well, then then 2 weeks afterwards. Do it like mid February. What the hell?
Let's solve everybody's problems and just make the All-Star game an outdoor game. And
Yes,
just
I
say
know. For
screw it.
heaven's sake, that's what everybody wants. Jesus, the NHL doesn't want to do it, but it's what the fans really want. It's like, yeah, All-Star game. Yeah, we like your 3-on-3 format. Have it outside. Ah, yeah. There we go.
So the Heritage Classic-
let's be honest, really. Make it smaller rakes and put 2 rakes on a football field. I bet you could do that.
the doubler ring.
Hey, there you go.
And then you could have multiple teams playing at the same time and make
Then
this event actually something fun.
Then it'd be like NWA or WCW War Games or something like that.
Yeah, and then you could have like the under 23 team run in if they want to.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
By the by.
They put their stick next to the rink and they're like, "We got next," like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The Heritage Classic in 2016 in Winnipeg was October 23rd.
Ah.
Mark Letestu had a shorthanded goal. Darnell Nurse and Zach Cassian had your goals for
Well, but see
Edmonton.
that's in Winnipeg though, which is Manitoba, which is everybody knows winter comes in October in Manitoba. So
Opening face-off temperature was 10 degrees Celsius.
10 degrees Celsius, not as cold as it sounds.
No,
That's actually a nice. That's actually a nice autumn day.
I wore a light jacket that day.
Yeah, that's a nice autumn day for Manitoba, especially. It's a nice autumn day.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to do this just for you.
Ah.
I'm going to do a Sky screen share. And if you're not watching the YouTube, watch the YouTube. Here's a ticket map of the Stadium Series. Saturday 3-3 at 8 o'clock. Let's look at what tickets are available, shall we? Let's go to Section 1. Okay, 100 plus tickets available. All right, that's fine. Okay, let's go to Section 2. Okay, 100 plus tickets. All right, that's a little okay. All right, okay, 53 tickets available in 3. All right, cool. 19 tickets in 4. 100 plus tickets in 6. On the red line, there's 100 plus tickets.
100 plus. 100 plus. How is that possible? That's damn near center ice. How the hell is there 100 tickets available?
Because it's probably 250 or it's 250. It's starting at 21.
Because it starts at 250.
6.
Plus, they did a
26.
really good job of pricing people out of this game as well.
Yes,
That'll
they
do it too. Yeah, that'll do it too.
Look at all.
Not the
look at
cheapest
how
ticket was like $150.
$145 is the cheapest seat you can get in this place.
Sweet zombie Christ, that's not worth it.
And that's
Sorry.
over here in Section 1, and it's probably this little dip over here, this little corner where this there's no tickets available in Section G.
Unless that's a Stanley Cup playoff game being played outdoors, there that's not worth the price.
Yeah, so you got $170 tickets up top. You got $190 up top.
I'd rather sit up top in these games anyway.
225 plus 100 plus tickets left at 225 per at Section 105 on center ice. Same with 104. Look at
what are the tickets that are 355 plus? You have a slider there that's 355 plus. Can you slide that all the way to the right?
It is. I am here, sir. Section 4, 6, 105, 104, 105, 129, and 128.
My God.
Let's see where there's. Oh, here we go. Look at a detailed map. Look at these details. Look at all of these details.
That is really nice. I'm not gonna lie.
A verified resale seat. Look at this is Section 105 for the uninitiated. See where these blue dots are? These are available. All these dots on this page are available seats. All these dots on this page are available seats for a premier NHL event.
That's in 2 weeks.
That's in
It's in
2
2
weeks.
time.
Be dialing. Look at all these. Look at there's. You could buy a whole row. You could buy a whole row right here. Right here, you can buy this whole row. What row is this? Quick, what row is this? It's row 14 in section 26. You can buy that whole row. We can put your pennies on the dollar. God damn. And the reason why the NHL, and I'm gonna toot our goddamn horn here, boys. Reason why the NHL isn't selling shit and isn't marketing shit because they don't market shit. We market shit. God
Yes.
damn it.
Yes, we are currently doing a service right now for people who would be going, I wonder, are there good seats available for the Stadium Series in
Can you
2
bring
weeks'
up the
time?
Baltimore Blast? No, I'm just kidding.
Let me just bring up that arena real quick again.
And yeah, and like
Oh,
a whole row. Oh.
This is bench side. That's hard TV. That's hard camera side. And just seats for day. It's like a dot matrix printer. It's like a test page for a dot matrix printer.
There you go.
What are the pink seats? Are those ones that are people have thought about buying but haven't done it yet?
They're actually Ticketmaster verified resale seats. So they're ones
see.
that go through like the Ticketmaster app, and you're like, oh, this is verified.
So
This
they're
isn't, like,
still they're also still available though.
but these are tickets that were bought, and they're just like, I don't want to go.
That's what I mean. Like they're still
Yeah.
available as well.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. But they're actually been purchased, so the NHL's already pocketed that money.
Yeah.
So these people are trying to make money back or lose it. Is essentially what those red seats are. Blue seats, no one's had that money.
This is amazing.
Come on, NHL.
So here's the really bad part too.
Mm.
Like, there's such like a.
There's so many
I've been-
avenues we can go to.
I've been so hit and miss with hockey this season. If we don't get credentials, there is zero chance I want to go to this game.
Oh God, no! If we don't get credentials, I'm hanging out with Greg and Leahy, and that's about it. And I'm just going to see
Yeah.
family at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
if we-
go.
if-
I'm gonna go and hang out on the nights that they have parties or such. See the boys, and I am going to watch the game. Maybe watch the game from my house.
Where you'd have the
Plus,
best
it
seat.
happened out of my house.
Yeah.
Like literally, where I'm working now is down the street from
Wow.
this, and I will be working at that point.
I was going to say we could park at your at your
I'm
workplace
working
and
in
drive.
Annapolis,
Yeah, we could park there and just like walk.
and I don't want to
You
go.
know, I think the next time that there's a Stadium Series, we should all just go and just hang out, and then we'll all go watch the game at Johnny's house.
yeah,
I'm looking for an excuse to go
Lyle,
down.
come on
so-
down.
Exactly. I'm looking for an
this
excuse.
one.
I tell you, if I could afford it, I would come down to this year's Stadium Series.
I will say this, Lyle. Being in America, flights are so much cheaper going to Maryland from North Dakota.
Mm.
Like so, like
Oh,
from Calgary,
yeah.
it was like $600. Now it's like $250 round trip. I'm like, hell yeah.
This is amazing.
Anyway,
Seriously, the next time I'm not even going to worry about I'm not even going to look for credentials or anything like that. It's going to be like, Johnny, I'm crashing at your place, and we're going to watch because I'm being presumptuous. I'm crashing at your place, and we're watching the game at your place, and we'll go hang out with the crew. Before they got to go in and do game, and afterwards too, we'll hang out with the crew, and then we'll watch the game at your house.
Yeah, and then we can do a show from my basement. Everybody can
Exactly.
come down to the studio.
Imbibing
We'll
with
all do the show down here, and
imbibing
then
with
we'll be
food.
like,
Yeah.
well, I could actually. I don't know if I could do that or not.
We'll enjoy some face-off hockey scotch, and we'll do the show.
Yeah, I'd have to get like I could set up another monitor really
There you
down
go.
here. We could watch the game on the monitor through Chromecast, and like
Yeah.
we could just act like we were there. I'll throw some fake snow in the air, and we'll.
Here we go.
see
guess
we
what? They're
were
gonna
there.
have to throw fake snow on the damn thing anyway.
No,
Because you know Washington
this
will
is
get
a,
another-
This is a real question that I have though. The Blue Angels have to be part of this, right?
Oh God, yeah, they have to. No, there's no,
I
there's
sure
no
as
reason
hell
why they
hope
should.
so.
If they're not, then it's a
If not,
travesty.
I hear the Blue Man Group is available.
Oh boy.
There you go.
Well,
rather hear
normally
good
from my
Charlie.
house, and I'll say this the nicest way I can possibly say it. From my house, I can hear them practicing.
Well, there you go.
That's how
Wow.
loud they are.
Well, you can sit out there on your front porch and go, "That sounds like Obi."
No, the Blue
I
Angels.
got it. I got
Oh, the Blue Angels. Oh, I thought you were talking about the players.
it. No, no.
But that would have been funny.
So close.
Ah,
But I haven't
last,
heard them at all.
last year, March 3rd, or I should just give it the first Saturday of the month, since that's where we're technically going to be. Last year in Annapolis, the first Saturday of the month, 41 degrees
It's
Fahrenheit.
not bad.
The year before, 39 degrees.
cooler.
2015, 43 degrees. 2014, 36 degrees. So we're in that nice little range.
So that's
of,
not bad. This will be the year that it's 80, though.
That's fine. I'll bring a light jacket. This fucking league.
It is at 8
Like-
p.m. though, which is smart. So it should be
That's-
like
yeah, it should
closing
be-
in on the low. So it'll only be 57.
Right. I was gonna say it's gonna be mid 50s at that point. Why can't this league market things well? Why can't they have a golden goose? They have a golden goose like an outdoor game. And they just it's like it's something, it's the Tommy Boy effect. Something I love. Oh, and I pet it and I stroke it, or naughty boy. And gay!
Oh, I thought you were
Kills
talking
it.
about shitting into a box and marking it guaranteed.
Right, exactly. And you see a T-bones by looking up at your butcher's ass. Wait, no, it's
Oh.
gonna be your bull.
Oh, oh,
Oh, Tommy Boy.
oh! Look who's back.
Hey, Mark, everybody.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, bud. How's domestic bliss going?
I have an IPA by Shiner.
Hey, Mark, how much have you heard of the Stadium Series being out and about?
Is it sold out yet?
Dude, no, we were just going over the ticket prices. There's plenty of seats still. There's plenty of great seats still available.
So I have a buddy that lives right down the road. His name is possibly Steve, maybe Mitch, one of the two.
Mitch
He
Doggy.
lives literally across the street. But good rooms are still available. Good seats are still available.
What is this?
I want to go. I would like to go. What? How many people fit in that stadium? Let me. Did you already do a Price is Right on that?
Well, no, we haven't done that yet, but I have been showing the Ticketmaster app or whatever they use. So, Mark, all these blue sections here,
Mhm.
all the blue and red sections are tickets that are available
Mm.
currently for the
Mm.
game.
Mm.
This is one section, and then you scroll here to the other side of the ice. If it will let
Nothing
me
on
in.
the
Here's-
ice, though.
Here's it. Yep, I know nothing on the ice. Here's another set. You can buy whole rows if you wanted to.
That's
so
that's
that's-
incredible.
How a lot of good tickets still available, Mark. So you do have a chance to go.
So loud. Did you count the amount of dots that were on that screen?
Hold on. Are those dots just the 355 plus, or are those dots all the prices?
Those
That's-
dots are all. Those dots are all the prices. I think.
Oh my
Okay.
god!
Sh- Hold on. Let me see. Let me zoom in now since I put the slider out to 145.
Scotty
out
said
of
it looks like something came out of a dot matrix printer.
Yeah. So no. Here's all these blue and reds. These are all available from 145 to 155.
Get
Yeah,
out of
there are
town.
more
They're
now.
charging $145 for that.
$145 is
That's
the
the lowest
lowest
price.
you can go.
That is absurd.
Look at that. There's like a whole section.
Yeah,
You look at this. Hold on. Let's go down here. Let's go down.
Scotty,
this-
you were showing whole entire rows there at one point.
Look. We
There's
got.
a lot more now.
Mm,
Look at this. We have 4 rows you can buy
look at that.
together.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, for 145 a piece.
Yeah.
What, 10 across?
Yeah.
That's
no.
insane.
Hold on. What seat is this? 13 across.
Oh my
Nope,
god,
that's $199 a
each.
piece, Mark.
Look,
No.
back in my day, I used to be able to buy entire sections of Capitol tickets in the upper deck, mind you, but entire sections back when Jeff Halpern was the captain for $25 a piece.
Was that Halpern era, or was that Chris Clark era?
That was
No,
straddle.
Mark,
that was
you got to go
stra-
cheaper.
That was straddling.
gotta go
Halpern and
cheaper.
Clark.
There was a period of time where you could buy an entire row. They were $5 each.
Yeah, that was older. That was old school.
To-
The $25
Cats
tickets, by
games.
the way, came with a hat and $2 Bud Light, a wristband for $2 Bud Lights around DC. So yeah, this is absurd. This whole $145 business is.
Do you
absurd.
still want to go?
No.
Not anymore.
You know what $145 will buy me these days?
A lot of diapers.
400,000 diapers.
A babysitter.
For 1 or 2 nights, maybe. Probably just 1 night.
Yeah. Look at this is absurd. The amount of like Johnny, you're right. There are much more.
There are more. There are more dots now.
Hold on. I'm gonna go to Google Maps and zoom out. I bet there's an apartment building that can see the rink that we could probably just go throw a house party at instead.
Sure, we'll just Airbnb it.
Yeah. Like I'll give you $100, maybe $200. How about that? I can
All right.
invite all my friends at your house, and then we just throw a party and we'll clean up afterwards. It'll be way cheaper.
We can do our first haha fuck you of the night.
Do it.
Official capacity of
It's the 2017-18 Baltimore Blast roster.
right.
Just kidding.
No, even better. Now you saw all those dots on there.
Yeah.
What is the official capacity of Naval Marine Corps Stadium?
Who's starting?
Mark, we'll start with you. You brought it
You know
up
what?
first.
I'm doing 16.5. I don't know. I don't know anything about anything, but 16.5 is what I'm starting with.
My God.
Wow, you talk about taking the under.
All right, let's see what everyone else says. He could be the winner if we're going Price's Right
Ooh.
rules. Lyle?
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna let Johnny go.
Johnny, go.
I'm gonna go 34,257.
Lyle?
I'm gonna go 45,550.
Johnny, you're over by 200, thus making the Mark the winner.
I told you guys.
34,000 even.
I
So
knew it was
34,000.
small, but I didn't think it was that small.
Wow, that's
34,000
I get
even, and
that a lot.
all those
That's
seats are available.
tiny.
Yeah,
all
I
those
get that
seats
all the
are
time.
available.
Tiny.
Good one, Mark.
Thank you.
Record attendance 38,792 against Air Force this past October.
What?
38,700.
Were there people? Were there 4,000 people on the hill? Is that?
So by the
I
way,
think it
I'm
was
gonna-
just all. It was all the Corps, the Air Force and Marines or the Navies were there, and there's just everyone, all the service people.
I'm gonna screen share for a second here. You
All
see
right.
where it says USNA Stadium right
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
You see there's a line of sight right through here? I
Mhm.
bet if we ask these guys right here in these houses, if we could throw a house party, we might be able to see right through here.
If
And
we
then
sat on their roof,
Boom. John Madden, boom, right there. We'd be able to see it right there through their roof, right there, boom. Line
Boom.
of sight, right there.
Boom.
Or if we go on this side, right? there's
I would say
also
this side because we
line
can
of
see.
sight right here. Yeah. There's minimal amounts of seats over on this side. Look at all these houses over here. There's this big one, whatever this is, right here. This looks like a
isn't that the
community center.
court?
That's probably no. Come on. The court's over here.
No, come on.
Oh,
Wait.
No, you're
sorry.
in Annapolis.
Court's over here, right there. District Court. Robert F. Sweeney District Court building
Wait.
right there.
Can we talk to the people and see if we can have a roof party
That's what I'm talking about, man. Look at this.
from,
This
from
is
the
a
court?
community-
From the court. I'm
community-
talking from the courthouse.
Oh. Hmm.
there'd be some kind of
That-
litigation involved.
That looks really high right there. That looks way high up right there. That little guy right there.
That looks like a
I
mini
bet we
rink.
could do it.
It
but
also
look,
looks like a
this
mini
is-
hockey
this
rink
is
on the top
clearly
there.
The highest part. Look how many seats are here. There's at least 400 dots right there. So this is the highest part of the stadium. There's no way that you can see from this thing to this thing. Get out of here, Scotty.
That's
at
the
how
part of
many
the
dots there
stadium that
are.
Shaw got married in.
Look, I'm zoomed in as far as I can get, and I can barely see the dots. That's so many dots.
It's a lot of dots. It's like you hit a bad candy. Those dots, those gummy dots. God, what a NHL somehow managed to screw up the marketing in this event, so that it's probably easier to rent a house via Airbnb to see the game than it is to actually attend the game.
And look, there's an F whatever that is, F12, F21, F86. I don't
Looks
know.
like an F-250 there in the parking lot.
Yeah. Whatever that is, it's right there.
F-18, I'm sure. I don't
Maybe a 35, perhaps. Probably not. Probably not. It's too new. Too new.
So basically, what we're saying is, I don't know what we're saying.
Mhm.
Enjoy Annapolis, people who are going to get their tickets for
Yeah.
$70.
Plenty of good seats still available. Go to Fido. Say hi to Robin. Tell him we sent you.
Yep.
Okay,
He'll
There we
think
go.
that I'm Mark.
there you go.
No, but seriously, go to Fido. If you're going to this game, go to Fido. Robin is awesome.
All right,
Get
there
him
you
to
go.
tell you stories. Regale you with tales.
Excellent. Speaking of tails, we can't make heads or tails of this DM Fanouf deal there, Lyle.
Oh, you're having a problem with that, are you?
If this was if this was 2008, this was the trade of the century.
Yeah.
10 years later, doesn't look that great.
Yeah. It's let's call it what it is. It's a salary dump. It's a cash dump is what it is. Yeah, pardon me?
It seems like for
For
both.
both. No, it is kind of for both. Well, it is. I mean, I know there's some people were puzzled about it when this deal first broke. Like, okay, why are the Senators doing this? Why are the Kings doing this? I mean, it's very simple. This from the Sens' point of view, they want to shed some salary, which shouldn't come as any surprise to anyone. I mean, given their owner's comments back in December about wanting to cut some salary and reduce payroll. So they're going to save about $5.5 million in actual salary. Even though they're picking up 25% of Fanouf's cap hit, they will save themselves, all told, $5.5 million in actual salary. So for Eugene Melnyk, that's a good thing. That's also some money that perhaps they can put toward maybe re-signing Erik Karlsson. The other thing, though, is like, yes, but they're taking back this broken down old winger in Marian Gaborik, who probably isn't going to stay with the team for very long, or blah blah blah. It's like, well, here's the thing: if he's frequently injured, so if he gets hurt again, you put him on LTIR. Okay, so that gives you some cap room to work with there. His cap hit was also lower. But also, there's the possibility he could retire, and if he retires, that comes completely off the Senators' books that way as well. So there is that
Doesn't that
possibility.
go cap recapture to LA or no?
I don't believe he falls under cap recapture rules.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't understand cap recapture is what I'm
Cap
saying.
recapture just tags those really long-term deals that were signed before the previous CBA. Those ones that were, because right now under the current CBA, deals can be no longer than 7 years if you sign an unrestricted free agent, 8 years if you sign a restricted free agent. It targets players whose deals were beyond that, those 10, 12-year contracts that were obviously done to circumvent the cap. But Gaborik doesn't fall under that. His contract was signed in 2014. So no cap recapture penalties there. But yeah, for the Sens, it's a straight, like I said, they're freeing up some actual dollars here, and for the Kings, they're getting themselves some extra depth for their blue line that they need. Bringing in Fanouf, who it's better to bring in a player who can still help them out compared to Gaborik, who really can't help them at all now because he's aging and he's hurt all the time. But here's something else too as well. I mean, we can look at that move by the Kings two ways. One, they're bringing in an extra, an extra veteran defenseman that solidifies their top four now. Okay, because you got Doughty, you got Muzzin, you got Martinez, and now you got Phaneuf in there. So that's a pretty solid top four. Okay, if that's the way you want to go from there, because as we know, build from the net out, and Rob Blake being the general manager and a former defenseman, you can kind of see where he's looking at. I mean, he wants to kind of reduce a bit the shots against on Jonathan Quick, but at the same time, also add a little bit more firepower from the blue line as well. So that makes sense from that side of it. On the other hand, we heard a couple of months ago, if you recall, earlier in the season, about how the Kings, if they felt they need to get themselves another scorer, maybe they might move a defenseman like Martinez or Muzzin. If that's the case, then they bring in Phaneuf. could replace either Muzzin or Martinez, and then use those guys to bring in a younger winger to replace Gabrick that they just traded. So Rob Blake, maybe he's not done yet. Either way, I like this. I like this deal from the Kings' point of view.
Yep. There's still 2 weeks to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However,
There's plenty of time. Yep.
this is my question for you, Lyle. Is there anyone that has collected more Canadian teams than Dion Phaneuf that is active in the league right now? Because he's played for the Leafs, he's played for the Canadians, and he's played for the Flames. Who
Leafs,
else
Leafs, Senators, and Flames.
or,
yeah.
sorry, not
So he's-
Canadians, Senators.
Yeah,
my
no,
bad,
I know
my
what you
bad.
mean. Yeah, he spent
Yes,
his
that's
entire.
my
This is
fault.
his. No, that's okay.
I had
This is
Canadians
his
on
first.
my team.
Yeah, this
So
is his
3 out of
first
7.
American team.
3 out of 7. Who else has 3 out of 7 and that's active? Does anyone? Do we have anybody else who?
I
might
don't
have
even
3
know
out of 7
even if
that's
inactive.
Ooh, that's a good question, actually. I don't know.
Maybe we'll noodle this one.
This
one. Keep going.
This one, yeah.
John, any ideas? And goalies, I think maybe Bernier. I think might have 2. Maybe not.
I don't think so. I think it
Bernier only hit the 1. That was with Toronto.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Dion Phaneuf has done the best for Canadian.
Least
teams right
among
now.
active ones, anyway. Least
Maybe
among
even
active players.
Among inactive ones, we have to. This might have to go to Eliash
Yeah.
for advanced stats.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna have to go to Patrick Elias and be like,
Go to
"What?"
Patrick Elias. Yeah. Or we could go to Elias and save ourselves
Yeah,
troubling the former
potato,
Devil.
Elias.
I'm
Do you
just-
wanna walk with Elias?
But anyway, yeah, the Kings, like I said, Blake might not be done. So again, as I said, I personally like this move from the Kings' point of view. And I mean, you got to remember they're only going to have enough for 3 more seasons after this one. So I mean, it's
only 3
we're
more
shorter on that as well. It's only 3 more seasons, and
but
they
in
get
the
them for
NHL,
reduced-
that's a long time.
No, it's not.
Yes,
No,
it
it's not.
is.
No,
The
it's
Washington
not.
Capitals.
Much better.
Listen to me. Brooks Orpik is a very long contract.
It depends on your perspective. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
But in this case, I mean, who would you rather have, Dion Phaneuf or Brooks Orpik?
Dion
You'd take Dion Phaneuf for 3 more years
Of
compared to Brooks
course.
Orpik. So yeah. So again, like I said, I don't see this as a bad move for the Kings. I think it's a good move. You bring in a very serviceable top 4 defenseman, who's got a bullet shot and is good at moving the puck, gives you a little more physicality on the back line, and you get rid of a banged up veteran center who's not going to help you out anymore. At least sure, you're paying a little bit more a little more on the cap hit for Phaneuf, but at least you got a serviceable player for 3 more years.
And then maybe we kickstart his wife's acting career and everybody wins.
There you go. And everybody wins.
Didn't they bring back 24 again? I'm not sure. Anyway.
Did they? I don't know. I stopped watching it after the 3rd season. I don't know.
Hey, you and I both. I don't
Yeah.
never
Girl
watched
Next Door was the
It was like, interesting premise. Okay, they're going down the. Yeah, no, sorry.
And
not
I'm
buying
done.
anymore. Yeah, there you go. You can only go to that well one time so often. So anyway, so many times.
So a lot of teams are keeping their GMs and presidents and such. We mentioned Benning staying with the Canucks,
Which has a lot of Canucks fans unhappy.
Oh yeah, no, Scott Gordon and Glenn Sather staying next year,
Mhm.
and Pierre Dorian signing 3 more years. Any of these deals you like? Any of these deals? It's kind of time to go.
Well, Gordon's not going to go anywhere. Obviously, I mean he's just getting started. You look at from Gordon's point of view, he's done a good job since taking over from Sather. So I don't really see why there'd be any need to push him out. Dorian, this has only just been one bad year. I really can't fault him for the way the Senators look going into the season. I mean, this is the same team that came to within 1 game of going to the Stanley Cup final last year. What would you do in his shoes? Same sort of thing. And, so now they're looking at doing a rebuild. How far they're willing to go with it, we'll see. But they're looking at doing some kind of a rebuild. You want to have some stability there to do that. So you bring in a guy who's been in the, so you keep a guy who's been in the organization for a long time and knows what their needs are. So I don't have any problem with that. And the only one that I have a little bit of question about is the Benning move. But again, it's kind of a mixed bag there because he's got a couple of free agent signings there I didn't like. The Louis Erickson one, boy, did he ever take a bath on that one. And on Louis Anderson.
If he signed, I can get you 30 goals on the
Over there. Top 10 people I overpaid for. Down the barn.
Why don't you ask my agent? Show me agent.
This is Family Feud Life with Louis. There you go. Yeah.
What a wonderful
But no, the
move.
Louis Erickson deal. He took a bath on that one. But this is still the same guy who drafted Brock Besser. It's the same guy, that brought in some of these younger guys. I believe he brought in
I could have
Berchi.
drafted Brock Besser though.
Yeah, can we? Yeah, can we?
No,
take a
you wouldn't
second
have.
And stop giving credit. All right, let's take
Wait,
a step back.
was he
I
the one who drafted
apologize.
Besser?
I
Yes.
apologize.
Are we?
Yes,
sure?
I'm pretty sure he's the guy who drafted Brock Besser.
It matters who drafted who, but at some point we got to stop giving credit for that, right? Because people just hit lottery tickets sometimes.
No,
There's a lot
no,
of times
no,
Really?
no,
Really?
no,
Really?
no,
Really?
no,
Really?
I have
No.
to say yes. I would have to agree.
no.
With that. I absolutely have to agree with that.
No.
So
Why?
the fact that
No.
let's take a
On the
one
board?
more step back. Nail
Okay,
Yakupov, was he not the consensus number 1 overall pick that year?
What year?
And he turned out to
2012?
be crap.
The year that he got drafted.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So he did turn out. He was the consensus number 1 pick. So clearly
In a weak draft, I might add.
Oh, so we're qualifying.
No, I'm not
but-
qualifying it. Everybody agrees it was a weak draft.
So but
Okay.
nobody from the 2012 draft turned out to be a great player? Damn right, Hudson.
Such as.
I don't know. I don't have the list in front of me.
Oh, sure. You're going to make that statement, are you? Yeah, sure. Fine.
Somebody
Okay,
had to
hey,
turn out
Such
to
as,
be a great
such as
player.
hold on.
Hang
Galchenyuk.
Hang on.
Galchenyuk was in that draft. He was drafted 3rd overall.
Oh, yeah, he's a great player.
Philip Forsberg,
Okay, there's a great player.
Andre Vasilevsky, Oli Mata, Jordan Schmaltz.
Mata's not a great player.
Mata's got 2 rings though.
So?
You could,
Oh, and by the
he
way,
lucked into
just
those rings.
anyway,
Did he luck into those rings?
You don't
Are we
want to go.
moving
By
the
the way, you don't
goalposts?
want to give him
Jeff
credit
Schultz
for
has a
drafting
ring.
Brock Besser. But Brock Besser, yes, he drafted Brock Besser in the 2015 draft, 23rd
Okay.
overall.
Whoa,
So you make it
okay.
sound like it dropped into his lap. Here were the
Well,
guys
that's what I'm saying. He
ahead
was
of
still a
them.
first round pick.
Yeah.
Here's the guy. Here's the guys.
In like the
Here-
24th overall.
Here's the
whatever.
teams that picked ahead of them, and this is what they got. Arizona with the 3rd overall pick, Dylan Strome. New Jersey with the 6th overall pick, Pavel Zacha.
Yeah.
Okay?
This
Not Colorado, Florida with the 11th pick.
Yeah.
Lawson Krause. Dallas with the 12th.
You are
Denis
proving my point.
Garunov. Boston with 2 first-round picks. Jacob Borrell and Jake
hold on,
DeBrusque.
Lyle, let's let Mark have his thing. Mark.
You're proving my point, Lyle.
I'm not proving your
Yes,
point. You're
you
saying they're
are.
saying this just he just stumbled awake and got this pick here. I mean,
Yes.
come on. No.
Okay. Timeout.
How is that?
Let him talk, Lyle.
Because
Let him talk.
what if Brock Besser would have gotten taken 10 rounds ahead of where he got taken? Would you still say that was a great pick? Like, you're saying this because he got taken where he got taken, but he got taken where he got taken because scouts did their job. And
Sure, but
valued him
Vancouver
at
was
that
smart
place.
enough to. But Vancouver was smart enough to pick him. Why sit down and why
But
why do you not want to give the guy any credit for drafting a player who is now their franchise player?
Because
a
the
player
scout-
who
said the
fell
scout-
to 23 rounds.
It's easy to look now and say, wow, that was a great pick back then.
Why don't you
But
give him
back
credit
then,
for that? He
Lyle,
picked him up and nobody else
okay,
did.
then why didn't back then you say, wow, this guy is going to be such an all-star. I can't believe they got him in the 20 whatever pick.
But why don't you give him credit for at least picking the
I
guy?
don't remember what I did
Why?
last week. How am I going to remember what I said in 2012?
But I would give the guy credit for at least
I give
picking this guy.
I give his scouting staff credit.
Fine,
Okay.
fine.
Everybody has
I give
ranking.
him credit for
But
listening to his
anyway, I
scouting
mean,
staff.
the bottom line is like I said. I mean, I'm willing to give him some credit for at least, bringing in some good young players. Okay. I mean, you got to give him that, for God's
if he
sake.
drafted Brock Besser in like the 4th round, I'd give it to you. But the fact that he was the
So that
best
is an
available in
interesting-
the 1st round,
That is an
can't give
interesting
it to you.
debate, though, and maybe for another night. We still have time, actually. That is an interesting debate, though, on how much the GM has input on drafts versus
Well, ultimately, I mean,
the
it's his,
trades and signings that he does.
yeah, but I mean, ultimately, it's his decision.
And what's the weight on his signings versus his drafting versus his trades as well?
Okay, now let's look at his trades, his trade history here.
Is there a place where we can see his trade history? That'd be
There
great if you
certainly
do.
is. You go to a site called NHLTradeTracker.com. It says trades by GM, and you can pull them up.
That is
Ta-da.
fantastic.
That is actually really good.
It
Advanced
is,
stats.
yeah, and advanced stats. But he acquired Nick Bonino from the Anaheim Ducks in the
That's
trade
big.
that sent Ryan
That's not
Kessler
bad.
there in 2014.
Big.
We roll along. Moving on, he got Sven Berchi from the Flames for a second-round pick,
Great name.
2015. That was a good pickup there. He got 2 draft picks. They're not very much for Eddie Lack, which it turned out in hidsight was a good move.
It's actually a really good move on his
See?
part.
Yeah.
But this is, again, proves
Yeah.
my point.
He then got Brandon Sutter when he traded Nick Bonino, because Bonino was going to be a free agent. So traded Bonino for Brandon Sutter. Again, good deal.
Got Marcus Granlund.
Got Marcus Granlund. Yep. From the Flames. The good Branson for Jared McCann, that one's almost a wash now. McCann didn't turn out to be the big player everybody thought he was going to be.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. He acquired, Lyndon Vay, Adam Clendenning, Corey Conacher.
Glenn.
I mean, it wasn't all great, but I mean, it wasn't all bad either. I mean, you can't sit down and it's like, oh, he made a history of horrible trades. No, he brought in some young players that's really becoming part of the core of that team. So, like I said, I mean, I wouldn't sit down and totally toss him out. As I said, I can understand why there are Canucks fans that are kind of unhappy about this. I'm not saying he's perfect. God knows. I'm not going to sit down and say, oh, they could have done, but you got to give the guy credit. Drafted Brock Besser. He also brought in Jake Virtanen, but that one's still kind of up in the air. But he brought in Brock Besser, and he brought in Brandon Sutter and Granlund, and those couple other players that I noted, the younger players that are part of that roster now. So
Aren't the Canucks playing better this year too? Like, why are the fans angry that he's
no,
sticking around?
well, they started out well, and then injuries wall up their young guys. Like Bo Horvat got hurt, and Berchi got hurt as well. But the Canucks also.
This is my East Coast bias showing. I
Oh,
don't
I-
stay awake
I
for
know.
those games.
But the Canucks are also, if memory serves, they also have a very deep pool of prospects. I believe that they're ranked among the top 10 in terms of prospects. Now, we've all heard, well, teams have top 10 in prospects and the prospects don't pan out. I mean, Montreal was like that for a number of years too. We all like, oh yeah, great prospect. Oh, they got great prospects. And then, well, they didn't turn out as good as everybody thought. But take it for what it's worth. The Canucks are, the Canucks.
Well, according to
burning
Jacob,
through them, though.
according to Jacob Marstrom, he says Vancouver is good enough to be in the NHL. So, I mean, listen.
Well, there you go.
like,
Frustrated goaltender seeing a lot of shots. Yeah.
look, wear a normal goaltender number. You wouldn't have this problem.
There you go.
Roll it all up in a nice little bow. Or tie it up, I guess. Roll it up.
Hey, Bowhorn, put in a Bowhorn.
I think we, as a media culture, give the GMs too much credit for luck. That's all I have to say.
Sometimes they get, we turn around and get so jaded that we're not willing to give them credit sometimes where it's due.
That's fair.
Perhaps.
I can give.
But where's that line? Okay, I don't want to keep going on this, but where's the line between
probably about
skill and luck?
3 inches in front of the blue
Because,
line.
like, is it
Sure,
the top,
sometimes it can
is
be
the
luck
top
and some-
10? Is the top 10 lucky versus skillful? Like, at what point, if you get one of the top 10 picks, are you lucky or are you skillful?
I would say anytime that you have a top 10,
yeah.
it's kind of a ideal. The ideal at the moment is that, okay, this is a surefire thing.
Like I think we can agree.
But
that
it's
if
not
the
always a
number one pick-
surefire thing, though.
No.
Too, as I said,
No, it's not. And I
yeah.
think that's where the after 10, I think when you get maybe to 15 beyond in a first round, you do that skill. Hey, we got this diamond in the rough guy.
Mm.
And
I think your
so
first
Kuznetsov
round-
Kuznetsov wound up falling into the Caps lap because of the whole KHL. Will he ever come to the NHL thing? That's why Kuznetsov.
Yeah,
wound
fair
up-
point.
That is
Because-
also true. Every time a guy drops, they're just like he fell into this guy's lap.
Right, but there
But
was a
it-
reason.
yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
because what's his nuts from St. Louis also fell into their lap for the same reason.
Tarasenko.
Tarasenko.
Yeah,
But it was
Anyway,
because they
so-
were also willing to take that chance,
right.
Yeah.
Some teams are
right? Like
because they thought they would always stay in the.
And so
KHL
therefore
and
you
never
have to
come.
give therefore you should give Benning credit for to being willing to take a chance, even though he fell down to number 23. Remember how many times do we hear it at the draft if where they sit there and they go, oh geez, this kid really dropped. We thought he was going to go higher, and all of a sudden it's almost like a Wall Street panic thing where it's just like, Jesus, that stock's dropping. Gee, don't touch that. Sell, get away from it. But sometimes it takes a GM to go, no, hey, listen, this kid's still available? Oh, geez, well, okay, this is our lucky day. Fine, great, let's grab him.
Yeah.
Okay, but maybe it's on him too for going, no, I'm not going to buy into the panic here on this. I'm going to grab this kid.
Man, I
if
wish
I,
we could have
if I
some
talk
advanced
about
stats
it in terms of my fantasy draft, if people don't draft like a player that I have ranked higher than that, I take them in the first round. And then
but
I
those
do
are
it,
normally
I take a
known
goalie.
quantities.
Sometimes I will say this. For all the garbage that's thrown at George McPhee for the Philip Forsberg trade,
Mhm.
gets lost in the equation that he made trades to get in guys like Brooks Laich, Sergei Fedorov, a lot of good trades, but the only one people remember for
Yeah.
is Philip Forsberg,
I
and that
disagree.
trade alone.
Yeah.
I
was
disagree
a-
because I do remember all those trades. He brought in Cristobal Hue for that.
Yeah,
playoff
exactly.
run
Oh,
When,
he's-
when Kolzig was
Yeah.
on his last legs.
And Halak.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, Mark, is that he gets blamed for the fact that he made one trade in the Philip Forsberg trade that tarnishes everything else, and only
Yeah.
thing people remember and judge him as a bad GM in the
Exactly.
mainstream is that.
That still gets brought up. For Christ's sake, I was watching a Preds game about a week ago, and they brought that up again of Philip Forsberg, and he said, "Can you believe that they got him from Martin Erat?" It's like, oh, one of the biggest steals, and it's and it's just like, they were talking about George McPhee and what a great job that he had done. Right, with Vegas this season. So they're bragging up George McPhee, or I shouldn't say bragging up, but they're praising him for it. And then they cut to Philip Forsberg, and right away it was, again, it was like denigrating everything that McPhee had done with Vegas this season, basically denigrating everything that he had done to make the Capitals the powerhouse that they still are, because a lot of those players on that team were his picks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nope. All Philip Forsberg all the time. Now, granted, we
he's
knew
Phil Forsberg is the reason why McPhee probably isn't still the GM of the
Yeah.
Capitals.
Highly
Of
possible.
course.
But
But
also-
that trade I think was forced on him though, because that we said it at the time that it happened. Everybody knew it was a bad trade. We knew that had the whiff of panic about it, and I
Yeah,
had
well,
dare say that came from upstairs. That came
But
from
that's the
higher.
problem. The problem wasn't trading Forsberg for Erat. It was trading Forsberg and a second round pick for Erat. That was the problem.
But we talked about butterfly effect earlier, right?
Mm.
So
Yes,
the
that's
Caps don't they don't trade Philip Forsberg.
Mhm.
Philip Forsberg right now is making a shitload of money
Yeah.
on the Capitals. And who do the Capitals not have
Yeah.
if they're still trying to ice Philip Forsberg on this team?
Oshie or Kuznetsov, one of the two.
Yeah,
No,
one of those
right,
guys.
But
is
let's
not
take
there.
another step back. So the Penguins are still sort of in the same position, right? They have
Mhm.
all of these high dollar players that are willing to almost take, well, I won't say that take cuts, but the Capitals could have easily maybe won one or two Stanley Cups if Philip Forsberg. Okay, easy, maybe not. Okay, if Philip Forsberg was there, right, instead of Andre Burakovsky, last year or 2
Yeah,
years
that's a
ago.
good point.
You know,
Yeah.
did they win a Stanley Cup? Who knows?
Yeah,
But
who
he's-
knows?
Isn't Forsberg a center?
Yes.
No, left wing. Well, he
Oh,
can play center, but he's a left wing with the.
I thought he was drafted as a
Preds.
center.
He is.
Uh,
Yeah, he come in
So,
as a
like,
center.
This,
I
is,
believe.
this
Right.
is the whole. This is the whole issue that I have with the
All right,
like,
last thought before we get
Ottawa-
to shit.
the Ottawa backdoor draft, where the Capitals picked Sasha Pakalak
Phew.
with like the 3rd or 7th
pick.
pick or something, and Ryan Getzlaf got picked after that pick. All well and good, but if the Capitals pick Ryan Getzlaf with that pick, God knows what occurs with this team
Ugh.
5 years down the line.
Oh,
Because you don't have enough money to keep all of the players
no,
on
you
that
don't.
team.
Yeah.
So, like, what exactly, like, one little thing that changed, like, the entire trajectory of what the Capitals could have done?
Mhm.
Like, okay, cool. I don't think the Capitals win Stanley Cups with Phillips Forsberg. So, end of story. I don't think that they're 2 Stanley Cups in right now or have gotten past the Penguins because Philip Forsberg is on this team.
And
Um,
just and just
Now,
to
the
sidetrack
people that
really
they don't
quickly.
have on the team because of it, though.
Mm.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I mean, it's funny. Like you bring up Getzlaf, and all of us, and I just would just say real quick. I mean, I've told you guys the story about how I watched that draft and how I just screamed at the TV when Montreal picked Kostitsyn when Getzlaf was still available, right? Because everybody knew they needed. If they
I
had
was already
taken,
drunk by the 3rd pick because we were playing every time they mentioned Sidney Crosby, you had to drink.
no, that wasn't the Getzlaf wasn't taken.
Getzlaf
in
was
that draft.
2003.
That was 2003, dude.
What was the? Was
Yeah.
it that the? That was also
No, that
the
was-
shortened draft.
2005.
2005. Yeah, 2005 draft.
2005. That was the
Still,
backdoor Ottawa draft.
yeah, that was the backdoor.
But yeah, but you mentioned Getzlaf, and it just makes me think it's just like if they had actually picked, if Montreal had picked Getzlaf, where would they be now exactly? Because there wouldn't be this issue of they haven't had a first line center in 10 years. You know, they wouldn't be sitting here sucking ass like they are now.
Guys picked after Sasha Podolak. Tuukka Rask, TJ Oshie, Andrew Cagliano, and then the Caps picked Joe Finley right before Matt Niskanen went.
Oh, well, at least you got Niskanen in a trade anyway, or
Yeah,
trade
yeah.
free agency. Sorry.
Yep.
James Neal.
Joe Finley.
Mar-
Joe
Mark-
Finley was like 6'8", if I remember
And
correctly.
he threw a lawnmower at UND. Mark Edward Vlasic, Tom Fritchie, I'm just
Wow.
naming Nathan Raymond, Adam McQuaid, Chris Russell, Chris Letang, 62nd. Yeah, Ben Bishop went 85th. You know, it's
Well, that was also the
it's a
period
crap.
of time where the Caps didn't need a goalie.
That's true. Wasey Rabbit. I just wanted to mention Wasey Rabbit. All right. I will say this that George McPhee is the worst GM the Caps had because he traded Dwayne Hay for Asa Tikkanen, and Asa Tikkanen can't hit a fucking open net. Great. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We went along with that. I don't care about the other things I had to say. They're all bullshit anyway. So we got pick 'em segment. Pick 'em
Okay.
with the NHL or ECHL this week before we get to fuck yourself.
Okay. What was the other stuff we were going to talk about? Anyway,
It was just the Lars Eller and Josh Levo. Nothing big.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I won. Lyle second. Mark third.
Yes.
Johnny last. Johnny, you get to pick first. We're
Uh-oh.
doing the ECHL this week. So get
Wichita
your-
Thunder.
all right, Thunder.
Hooker. Wait, hold on. That
All right.
doesn't work.
That
They're
that
both
doesn't-
7.
This doesn't work at all.
Wait, now, did we run into
Here we go.
Here we are.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they're both 7. I can count.
I called him a son of a hooker. That's why
Oh.
I said it didn't work because
So you
Oh.
can't. Yeah, that doesn't work at all.
without
Yeah, you,
also.
well, we have the
defacing
same mom.
my
You can't do that.
family. So
Yeah.
whoopsie. Oh well. Anyway, am I up?
Yeah, you're up.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna go with
don't know.
Robbie Fatorik. I mean, I'm gonna go with the Norfolk Admirals.
By the way, the Norfolk Admirals just signed Robbie Fatorik's son Sam Fatorik, who is 42 years old and just inducted to the ECHL Hall of Fame. They're doing great down there. Lyle, it's you.
Okay, since we're going quickly here, I'm gonna take sticking with my wrestling theme. I'm taking the Adirondack Thursday Night Thunder.
All right. I'm gonna
Wow,
take
two
the
teams with Thunders.
I know, eh?
I'm gonna go with the Greenville Swamp Rabbits because sure.
Yeah,
Because what?
Because I have their hat and shirt.
because they're swamp webbits.
All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 choices.
Oh boy.
Pick a number between 1 and 4, and I'll pick which ones.
We have an
gets the-
entire month of haha.
Oh, we're great. Pick a number between 1 and 4 on 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
4.
12. 1.
11-2.
All right, so we got 2 1s, a 2, and a 4. All right, sounds good. On October 2nd, 1999, at Phillips Arena, the Atlanta Thrashers played their first game.
Oh Lord. Oh no way.
How are we still doing that? I thought we already did the Thrashers.
Ugh!
This is so good.
Oh my God.
He was awful.
They lost to the New Jersey Devils. You name any of these? There are 18 skaters and 2 goalies, a goalie apiece. So you got 38 choices. Name them.
Oh,
Mark.
so this is going to be all Devils.
You could do Devils. I don't even think you're gonna know many of the Devils. Well, you'll know some of it. You'll know the defensive part of the Devils.
Yeah.
I'm allowing up to 5 Devils. Once we hit our 5 Devil limit, then it's all Thrashers. So
Oh
use
boy.
your Devil pick lightly. Lyle, go.
Okay, use my double pick lightly. Well, I'm going to take the obvious layup. Marty Brodeur.
Marty Brodeur on the board. Johnny.
Scott Niedermeyer.
Who you picking, Johnny?
Scott Niedermeyer.
On the board. That's 2 Devils.
You can see where this is going.
Amongst the 3 of you, you have 3 more Devils left.
Oh shit.
Mark, go.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with the more obvious one, Patrick Elias.
There you go. That justifies your Elias from earlier.
Sorry.
What?
Oh.
He
Oh,
wasn't
that's
on the
right.
team.
He signed with the Rangers, didn't he?
Nope.
No?
You're thinking of another Patrick Elias.
Another
I believe.
Elias?
Patrick
Elias?
Elias was hurt.
Oh, that
did
is a
not
ten-
Oh, come on.
He was not rostered for this game.
Oh,
He's not on the roster.
Oh,
Yep.
I see where you're
Technicality.
going with this.
You're
Okay.
the worst.
I'm the worst
why
for your
this is
Devils.
I do know my Devils. I just don't know every single starting lineup for the
I
Devils.
said 18 and a goalie for each side. He was
You're
not
the-
one of the 18 for the Devils.
I
Lyle,
hate you.
you're up.
I hate you.
Okay. So how many Devils we got left?
You got 3 Devils choices left. Use them wisely.
Okay. Okay. Now we've already said Brodeur. We already said Niedermeyer. Scott Stevens.
That's 3 of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Mike Dunham.
What?
Sorry, close,
No.
but sorry.
Oh.
That's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
For the, I think Johnny's going was the Thrashers on that one.
I was trying to go
Sorry.
with the Thrashers goalie.
Oh.
Good call. Good,
Oh,
good, good idea.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking Devils again, Devils
Oh, no.
backup or something.
No, I was gonna. Leave you
I'm
guys
sorry,
to the,
Johnny.
I was gonna leave you guys to the. Well, you all know that Chris Terreri was the Devils' backup. Come on,
You're not wrong.
like Chris
Mark,
Terreri was the Devils' backup for the better part of 20 years of my youth.
Forever.
all right,
What's
Mark,
your safe What's your safe answer, Terreri?
Robert, otherwise known as Bobby Holik.
oh, he's on the board.
Oh, there we
That's
go.
4. You have 1 Devils pick left, ladies and gentlemen. Then it's all Thrashers, everything, and
But-
it's up to Lyle.
Keep in mind, I thought Bobby Holik was on the Thrashers, by the way, not the Devils.
That was later on in the career.
that was a layup because he could have been on either
He was
roster.
definitely on the Devils.
Oh my God.
But he could have been on either roster. 'cause he was also on the Thrashers.
Could've been.
Oh, Jesus. Hang on. Yeah, it was easy getting the defensive ones. Now try and think of a forward here. Hang on. Peter Sikora?
There's all your devils. You have used your devil's allotment. Now, starting with Johnny, it's all Thrashers everything.
All Thrashers all the time.
You're gonna get maybe 3.
You're being generous. I'm not saying that as an insult to Johnny. I'm saying that for all of us. You're being generous to us. I don't know. Maybe you guys know more Thrashers than I do.
Danny Heatley.
Sorry, he was not even drafted yet. Close. Mark?
He was in Thrasher
Thank you
at
for
some point.
Thank you for taking Danny Heatley from me, because that would have been my pick.
I knew it.
Ilya Kovalchuk.
Sorry, not drafted
Damn
yet.
it. Well, he was before Heatley, right?
Yes.
So I was
Yeah.
closer than John, at least.
There you
Okay.
go. Now Lyle.
Trying to think of since they both picked 2 Thrashers draft picks. Who was the first? Who was? He was the guy who went on to when he was with Dallas. He wound up blowing an empty net goal, and the Oilers came back.
That's the Tikkanen.
No, no, that is not my answer.
Good job, boys.
Hang on. Draft pick.
Hang on.
Draft pick.
Hang on.
I'm thinking 1999 draft, right?
Sure.
Because this is 99 2000, right? So
Yep.
this would have been the first season.
Uh-huh.
Hang on.
I'm hanging on.
I could see the guy. I what's his fucking name? Ooh, sorry, I'm not usually
It's okay.
Wow.
cussy.
No, listen, the Atlanta Thrashers make us that way.
Yeah. Stefan?
Is that his first name?
No, his last name.
Patrick Stefan.
We'll go half and half points there. You both are right on that. Patrick
Oh.
Stefan on that.
Oh, it
Patrick
is?
Stefan, yeah.
What was his name? What's his first name again?
Patrick Stefan.
Patrick Stefan. Yeah, I knew his last name was Stefan. I couldn't think of his first name.
All right, Johnny.
I've been racking my brain trying to think of who their goalie was. Craig Billington.
Sorry. Mark.
Was one of their defensemen named Tim Erickson?
Sorry. It's not.
That was later.
Oh
Erickson
God.
X.
X gonna give it to you.
Oh man.
Yeah, these teams are fucking terrible.
Oh, these teams are horrible. Fuck.
A lot of these guys, I'm looking at their names. I want to buy a Val.
Oh, there's a big hint. Okay.
No, it isn't.
No, it's really not.
Okay. I was gonna say Mariusz Cherkasky.
Sorry.
As soon as you said you need to buy a Val, I don't know why I went to Cherkasky.
That's close.
There we go.
The Polish Hammer. Johnny, anything?
I'm still stuck on Mike Dunham for some reason.
It happens.
Like as soon as you say the goalie's name, I'm gonna be like, "Fucking hell, I missed that."
You're gonna throw stuff,
Yeah.
aren't you? Well, at least you'll know. I have no clue who their
Because
goalies are.
my gimmick is that I know goaltenders, right?
Mm.
So I'm trying to think of. That's all I can think of is the person who played in goal for these teams.
Jesus.
Um,
That was such a long time ago, too. Man.
who would have? I don't know. I might have to pass. Maybe if I can think of the goalie, I'll just blurt it out.
Mark?
I got one more.
Okay.
Radek Dvorak.
Sorry.
Ooh, I was thinking that was a good answer, too, man.
Was that close? I feel like I need to look this up. He was on one of those teams. I don't even know how to spell that.
Nate
starts with D.
Domicelli. Nate
It starts
Domicelli.
with DV, and I mean, just
First off,
Google DV and figure out what you get.
First off, it's not Dom Kelly, and no,
Okay, fine.
it's close. Not really.
No.
So
By the
Radek
way,
Dvorak
also,
was on the Thrashers in 2010, 2011. Damn it.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
so
We played
close.
13 games. You were only 10 years off. So
But
you
I
guys
was
all
there.
you guys all
I am
tapping?
tapped out. I can't think
Yeah,
of any
I'm
more.
out.
I can't think of any. All I knew was Stefan.
John?
I had to took me 5 minutes to
Yeah.
think of him.
Who are the goalies? Start with goalies.
Yep.
Damian Rhodes.
Oh, I could've
Also on the
sworn that he
stretchers,
was in Ottawa.
Damian
Uh,
Dusty Rhodes. He was before then.
Andrew Burnett.
Oh,
Wait, what?
answer from last week. He
Yeah,
was on every expansion team.
Yeah.
Kelly
Oh, no, I
Bookberger.
said Castles. That's true. I said Castles.
You did
sorry.
say Castles. Kelly Bookberger, Peter Busick, Kevin Dean, Nelson Emerson, Chicken Parm, Ray Ferraro,
Oh.
Johan Garpenloff, Matt Johnson, Gordon Murphy, Martin Proshaka. He's not anti-Shaka, he's pro-Shaka.
Pro Shaka.
Daryl Shannon. Hey, Steve Steos. Mike Stapleton, Patrick Steffen would say something called a Piers Fordviat. Chris Tamer, Yannick Tremblay, and Ed Ward.
Look,
Ed
let's
Ward.
take a step back here. Steve Steos was way more vowels than consonants. You misled us.
No, I said I want to buy a vowel. Where these
Uh,
guys have a lot of consonants in their name, like the thing called a Piers Fordviat.
yeah, you still
um,
misled us. I would
on
have
the
gotten Steve Steos.
On the Devils, Jason Arnott, Brad
Oh,
Bombardier,
Mhm,
Sergey Breland,
mhm,
Ken Danico,
mhm,
Oh.
Scott
Danica.
Gomez,
mhm.
Boom, John Madden, Randy
Chris
McKay, Sergey Memchinov, Lyle Odeline.
Oh.
This guy had a goal and an assist. Christoph Oliva, Jay Pandolfo. It seems first game of
Yes.
expansion teams, Oliva just wrecks them.
Oh man.
Jason
Yeah.
Pedersen, Brian Rafalski, Brian Rolston, Scott Stevens, and Peter Sikora.
Wow.
That, my friends, was a team.
I was going to say Dinus Zubris, but I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Because
Rod died.
would've-
Anyway.
I would have assumed that he would have either been on the Capitals or the Devils. He was probably on the Caps that year.
Probably.
Mm.
And I will say that Chris Terreri, for this season, played for the Devils. Shock.
Yeah, but was he rostered?
Like,
He was the back.
Terreri
He
was
played
my-
12 games.
Yeah,
Chris
but-
Terreri is
but
my
that-
favorite
that-
goalie because
Was
Chris
he
Terreri was like, "How much do you want to pay me?" Okay, you're gonna pay me a couple mil. How many games do I have to play? Oh, 10 to 12. I'm in.
Exactly right. Chris Terreri. all right,
Easy money.
here we go, real quick.
Yeah.
Chris Terreri played 302 games for the New Jersey Devils over how many years?
20.
I'm gonna say 18.
Mark?
I'm going to be more realistic and say 14.
Mark's closest, 12.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. I feel like he was there forever.
But let's take a step back, right?
Yes.
The insurance company that insured his career was probably like, you got to stop wearing that helmet or stop playing hockey. And he was like,
So he was
Let me
like, I'm just gonna
skirt-
stop playing
yeah,
hockey.
let me skirt this line. How many games will you let me play with this helmet? And how much can I get paid for that? And then there he was. 12
He
games.
played from 1986 until 2001. How many games do you think he played?
86 to 91.
Or
Did you
2001?
just tell us?
Oh, sorry.
I said
He
302
played 302 games for the
with
Devils.
the Devils. So how many
Uh.
extra games with other teams did he play?
303 games.
Okay.
You know that Chris Terreri, like there were periods of Chris Terreri's career where they were like, you know what, you could probably go out and be a starter, and they're like, oh well, how much are they going to pay me to be a starter? And they're like 2.5 million. He's like, fuck that shit. I'm playing 10 games. I'm out.
Yeah. My fitted ball cap feels very nice. On
Guys,
the
they
bench.
give me free of this stuff all the time. Like I'm not going to ruin that.
Chris Terreri is my favorite.
I've had
goalie,
this
so.
helmet since I was a junior in college. I'm not going to move.
My pads are
Dominic
unstuffed.
Hasek and Chris Terreri were my two favorite goalies.
Chris Terreri played 300 or 406 games total.
Oh.
You played 104 games with somebody else?
He played 68 games with the San Jose Sharks, 28 with the Blackhawks, and 8 with the New York Islanders.
There you go.
His record with the Devils, was pretty much a microcosm for his life in 302 games. He was 118, 118, and 34.
So he was 500.
Perfect. He was the definition of an average goalie.
He was
Yeah.
definition of he strived for mediocrity.
And won.
Exactly. All right, Lyle, it was fun. It's been real. It's been
As
fun. It's been
always.
real fun.
As always. It's good to see you back again with us there, Mark.
I can't
Yes,
wait
sir.
until we get to the first Wild team. Oh, that's gonna be great.
Guess what? Always answer Andrew Burnett. Probably fucking
For
right.
expansion
Andrew
teams in the
Burnett
late
was
90s,
every-
turn of the century, Andrew Burnett. You
He
can't
was
go
on
wrong.
Every team, every expansion team.
Wow.
I'm going to announce it right now. Next week, we're going to talk about the team that set the record for most goalies dressed in a season by one team.
I'm not going to research
The
that.
New York
Don't-
Islanders. After
You know
they
why?
drafted Rick DP.
Do you guys know why I won't research that?
Why?
Because you'll forget about it once you leave.
Because I don't do research. Come on.
Oh, nice research.
And
Nice
because I
research.
don't have time, but mostly because I don't do research.
There he goes. All right, Lyle. We'll talk to you next week, buddy. Thank you.
Talk to you next week, guys. Hopefully, we'll have more trade stuff to talk about. Yabba dabba doo. Talk to you later.
Bye, Lyle.
There he goes. Lyle Richardson, SpectresHockey.net, the hockey news. Not even the hockeynews.com. He's on different things. Just go to SpectresHockey.net or Twitter.com/SpectresHockey. Mark, I side with you wholly on the GM thing. I think there's a lot of luck involved. And he did prove your point.
Mhm.
Oh well.
Yeah, and I love Lyle. I won't get into this any more than I need to, but I feel like the top 10 picks are just
They're
do
layups.
what you got to do. And then after that, it's all luck.
Well,
But
like
anyway,
I said,
let's continue.
I said, yeah, those 10 picks are pretty much layups.
Yeah.
Unless you're, Nico Heischer or Nolan Patrick.
Unless you screw them up.
Nolan Patrick's fucking terrible. Anyway, Johnny, shout outs.
I'll give a shout out to the Olympics. I enjoy the Olympics. I enjoy watching. I actually, as long as I've watched the Olympics and that we've joked around about the biathlon being the Norwegian drive-by, I found out this year in the Olympics that the biathlon became an actual event because it was an army tactic that was used by the Norwegians. I was like, this is irony because this is literally exactly what it was. It was the Norwegian drive-by the entire time.
It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
Like the person walks away without the limp all of a sudden, boom. So we knew it. It was in front of us the entire time. There are a lot of people that do a lot of things in the Olympics that I will never, ever be able to do, like snowboard. That's not in my genes. Can't make that happen. I did watch a lot of mixed doubles curling. That was like more social experiment than it was sport. All it did was really show me that men and women communicate differently.
Agreed.
But now we get to the good curling. We get to see our girl Eve.
Eve Muirhead, shout out.
The Swedish curlers are I think they were from Swiss. I think they were Switzerland. There was a really cute Swiss curler that I was watching today. I love the Winter Olympics. I'm really happy that I took off weeks of work while the Winter Olympics were going on.
There you go. Smart idea.
Shout out to new job. By this time next week, I'll be working again, like a normal person.
Like a normal person would.
So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all. Go Team USA.
Mhm.
Nice. Mark.
So I'm gonna go in a similar vein. Shout out to Team USA, but I'm gonna say it because it's interesting to watch a hockey game, men's hockey game in the Olympics, and look and be like, I'm watching Team USA. Not watch and be like, oh, I'm watching like the Devils top line center play with the Rangers right wing, and you look at this game and you'll be like, I'm cheering for Team USA. I'm not cheering for these players that are on my fantasy team or that I have some personal relationship with because they're on one of my teams or they're
Like
not
Matt
on one of my
Bradley?
teams. Like they're on Team USA. It's refreshing for me to watch the Olympics because you're cheering for your country. I mean, they lost to Slovenia in the third period. Terrible game. Terrible. Why would you were going into that game with you had 2 goals up in the third period. Come on. You blew that 2-goal lead. The NHL players would have never blown a 2-goal lead. But that having been said, I was still cheering for people I didn't know, except for Brian Chiante.
Knew him.
But he took a terrible penalty in the third period.
Shocking.
That having been said, it is refreshing to cheer for America and not for specific players. And Gary Bettman, for whatever reason, maybe this was a good thing because America's going to be cheering for Team America and not for specific players. So, screw you and thank you. That's all I got.
All right. Shout out to Slovenia. Somehow pulling that one out. Also, the NHLers probably wouldn't have done it, but they would have screwed up in the middle round like they did last year and lose to Finland. Shout out Florence Schelling because Switzerland. Though I'm pissed off she ditched the Yofa mask, but whatever. These things happen. Safety and all.
Mueller.
Mueller. Shout out Oyo because why not? Shout out the Wacky Winter Sports because sure, it's like X Games but like on a bigger stage.
That's exactly what the Winter Olympics are, though.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, you want to jump off this hill on skis? Are you nuts? Okay, let's.
Are you nuts? Here's a Mountain Dew bottle. Now do it while you're holding this Mountain Dew bottle. And happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Hooray. That's it. That's all. For Mark with a C, Johnny P. I'm Scotty Watts. Take care of yourself and someone else. It's been Face Off Hockey Show on faceoffhockeyshow.com. It's a Tumblr. Blog Talk Radio /FOHS Radio. If you haven't subscribed yet, why haven't you? You're a bunch of jerks. They are, you know what? Twitter.com/FaceOffHCKY show. Facebook.com/FOHS radio is that one. And of course, if you want to join our Patreon, much like Brian, much like Angela, much like Sean, much like Trista, much like Damon, much like Mark, Matthew, Ethan, Chris, Mitch, Brian, everybody. Patreon.com/FaceOffHockeyShow. That's it. That's all. Until next week, guys. We'll talk to you then. Peace.
Sounds like poison.
I'd like to dedicate this song to all the surfers in the house tonight. Those of you that wear that 654 hood boots and gloves, you know who the fuck you are. This one's for you. Pick it up, welcome boy M, just getting the reports. He's a 4 to 6, yeah, my wits are flowing on.